This is my La Careta story. Okay. And it's a lot of my friends know this story, but it's hysterical because like it's super embarrassing.
It's a worldwide exclusive, by the way.
It's like exclusive. Drop a DJ Clue bomb on it. All right. There
you go.
All right. This is why like I gave up speaking Spanish like during this time frame. Okay. So, my homie. Wait, I'm sorry.
Go for it. Gotta stay hydrated.
My homie's like my homie Diana. She's like
shout out Diana.
Shout out Diana. My Colombian sister from a different mister. She's like, yo, I need like, you need to start learning how to speak Spanish, right? Like this is ridiculous, right? Like you dance, you hang out with everybody, da 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 da. Like you need to learn.
That's the move, to drop bars in Spanish when they think you don't speak it.
This is facts. This is facts.
There's nothing better.
It's facts. So like, I was like, all right, cool. So like every single day at work, she'd be like, you need to like 1 hour of the day, like she only spoke to me in Spanish, right? Like only spoke, like she would not let me, and she was like my boss. So like if I needed something from her, she'd be like,
damn.
And I'd be like, God damn it. So one day she goes, we're going to go to La Careta and order food. But you're going to order everybody's food in Spanish.
It's your final exam.
Right? You're going to order everybody's food in Spanish. You know, it's a Friday. I'm feeling
good. That's your thesis right there, bro.
She tells me, this is so embarrassing. She tells me what she wants. And then my buddy Danny, my buddy Danny, who's hilarious, he's like, he tells me he wants the chicken breast. Okay. So I'm like, all right. But then like, they were like, you want to look at the menu and like order off the menu? And I was like, nah, like I know what that is. Okay. So the lady comes to me and she goes, what do you want? I said, tetas de pollo. And apparently that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
It's not it.
That's not it.
I wish you would have said that while I was doing my preparation. That would have been a great intro. God, okay.
We're ready? We're walking? We're about to start?
We're walking. God, give me a word that I'm going to start off this episode with. Check. Indeed. And you know what that reminds me of? In Winn-Dixie, that's the name brand of the in-house groceries. You know what I'm saying? Check. Big shout out to them because we trying to get a damn Winn-Dixie sponsorship.
Cut the check.
Bro, and that's facts, bro. Winn-Dixie, cut the check. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's your motherfucking boy, Gamero, the Pharaoh, the poor man's Robert De Niro, you know what I'm talking. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
That's bald version, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? It's another beautiful Saturday or Thursday evening for you beautiful listeners tuning in on that YouTube. And sure, you can go on Apple Podcasts. Sure, you can go on Spotify. But bro, you gotta go on damn YouTube. We got these beautiful looks. You know what I'm saying? These beautiful angles of the beautiful King Tetrus himself. You know what I'm talking about? And
check.
You know what I'm saying? Check. God, he says it so cool. I might have to pay royalties for that. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? I know you're asking yourself, where's Emmy? You know what I'm saying? The man's traversing the nation. You know what I'm saying? That man's right there putting the good word of midnight in Miami out in the country. You know what I'm talking about? And that's Emmy. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to introducing the glorious guest before us, you know what I'm talking about? Behind the cameras, you know what I'm saying? There's a camera woman extraordinaire. You can start making your way onto the microphone, you know what I'm saying? A camera woman extraordinaire, you know what I'm talking about? That is joining us today to help with this episode of Colossal Proportions. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, behind the scenes, we got Katya in the hits. What's going on, Katya? How you doing?
Doing pretty well. How are you guys
Can't
doing?
complain. How's jiu-jitsu?
Man, it was great.
Oh, and that's beautiful.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
Taking down
humble,
these second-degree
though, by the
white
way.
belts.
Oh, she's humble.
That was very humble.
Oh,
like the
bro.
humility in that. that's
bro,
cool.
that's a second degree white belt.
Like-
you know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Like she's choking people
Oh,
out.
100%.
Facts.
They're unconscious.
Just another day, you know.
another
what I'm saying?
day.
Another day in the office. Another day in the office. And speaking of the office, before we got to shooting, we got to kick it with our guests, for a little bit. We got to get to know them a little bit, get to know their likes. I know this man's a fan of The Office himself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I am so very honored to be able to introduce the man before me. You know what I'm talking about? There are a multitude of artists down here in the South Florida scene, but very few put in the amount of work, the amount of dedication.
Facts.
You know what I'm talking about? That it takes to be able to really pursue your dreams. Because, yeah, man, everybody can make a damn Instagram post. Oh, I'm a rapper. I'm this. I'm that. I'm a performer. Bro, he does. He's there. He sees it. But the man's out there. He's performing. He's grinding. He's doing that shit for real. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in midnight in Miami studios, we have King Tetris in the hands.
Peace and blessings.
Brother, thank you so much for joining us today. Brother, talk to me. How's everything? How's your weekend going so far? It just started. I know you got a performance tonight. Talk to me.
Man, by the way, like I'm ready to run through a wall. Like I'm not even prepared to talk now. Like I'm ready to go through the damn wall.
Dang,
I was like, oh my God, I'm fired up. Let's go. Where's the shot of Henny? I'm just kidding. It's early.
Damn. I'm about to go on stage with you tonight. Just open up for you. Hype, man, this shit. Let's do this.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do this.
I have a motto in 2021.
Please.
It says it's all gas, no brakes. You know what I'm saying? And keep working. It's working.
Oh my God.
Keep working. It's working. All small moments build momentum. You know
Brother, I'm gonna need you to put that on the wall today.
You.
When you know what I'm saying, when you leave,
I've been writing a little bit.
Okay.
I've been writing a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So this week's been kind of going kind of crazy, and I've challenged myself and said, like, we're going to be outside and we're going to perform. We're going to go to open mics and just pull up to random spots and be like, all right, I rap. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And like just build and step out my comfort zone and say, like, most times the person that people listen to the most is not the dopest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 100%.
100%. But I'm trying to be like, yo, I can actually motherfucking rap, and I'm gonna put the work in. And like the separation is in the preparation. That's another bar. The separation's in the preparation. And I'm prepared for greatness, so like let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate you for having me on, man. I've seen the build up and saw you guys get in and out of jail for a lot of the work you're doing.
I appreciate that. Shout out Sarah J. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the woman that made me a man. You know what I mean?
Bro, you can put that on my motherfucking tombstone, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that. By the way, my feeling when I saw that, I was like, these are my type of motherfucking people right here.
Oh, thank you.
These are my people
Thank you.
Here.
And that comment that you had sent me made me laugh for a solid 3 days, brother. He's like, I don't know if you want me to put you on black.
Go ahead.
He goes, hey, that's the throat goat. And I was like, bro, and that's facts, bro. That's the throat goat. Amen, brother. God, that's beautiful. That was beautiful. King, talk to me. You mentioned about being able to actually rap. In a profession and an industry where there are so many, I guess, flavors of rap. You got mumble rap, you got lyricism. There's so many wide arrays. Where do you stand, and where do you see that lyricism stands on that scale? How important do you view it?
So that's a good question. I have this conversation quite often with like, A&Rs and people in radio, and they're like, oh, well, what type of rap do you do? And I was like, if you ask somebody that's plays basketball, right, they play ball. It's not until it's organized where like they're like, nah, you have to play a position,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I always say, your voice should mean something. You only have one voice. You should take that to say something. So I think lyricism's at its utmost importance to me. I wouldn't necessarily say like, I think people dumb down the idea that you can't have a vibe and not also say something. You know what I'm saying? So like, I love the fact that people think I'm different. And I know in the city, a lot of times when I go to like Ciphers or MC link ups or anything like that, people are like, oh, but you rap. I'm like, aren't you a rapper?
Right.
Like,
what are we doing?
Fuck?
Right.
You just told me you rap, but I like rap. What is... I'm confused on what this should mean. So like I feel like you should have a little bit of the tool belt of everything. You know what I'm saying? So like if the vibes is mumble rap, hey, get on your double and triple entendres. If it's, you know, crunk shit, be able to slow it down. And if it's something fast, be able to speed it up. And I think like what happened in I don't know what happened, but my friends and I talk about this. It's like you back in like the lunchtime era.
Oh yeah.
Back in
that pen beat.
Yeah. That's it. That's where people learned how to become men. Like you had to.
That's the Instagram mini video right there.
Facts.
Bro.
Like people they would judge you, right? So like when I was in high school, right, at the first school I went to, it was like you get to school, homeroom. This is not even MP3 players. Like who the hell had money for MP3s? Right. This is like the mini CD player. What if you bump too hard, the motherfucker's jumping? You know what I'm saying? Like facts.
Shout out, big shout out.
Facts. Y'all feel me on that.
Oh
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? So like you only had a CD that had maybe 14 instrumentals, and you heard the same ones, and people would like put them out, and then you had the person that had the pen. So you're rapping in the morning, you're rapping at lunchtime. The lunchtime was like that was your Super Bowl every single day. So like if you didn't come with it, you know that everybody's waiting for you to fuck up and waiting for you to like not come with it. So you had to have different styles. You have to have different flavors. So like whenever I listen to the radio, sometimes I'm like, who's the individuals?
Right.
Like everyone just mastered flavors of the exact same flow. Like no one has like decided, okay, well, this doesn't really work for me. And I think like the reason why everybody likes the people like Kendricks, the J. Cole's, the Wale's, all these people, it's because they're themselves. And a super ironic, earth-shattering realization. God, if you're just yourself and you know you do something well, people will actually fuck with it. And that's like where I'm at, where I'm like, yo, I like what I like. I like boom bap. I like trap. I like Miami shit. Like you may hear, you know, some Anthony Santos bachata guitar on my shit. You may hear some dunk shit on my shit. Dang. So like, I am who I am, and I think like people just need to be comfortable in saying, yo, you ain't killed nobody, bro. Like, let's be real, bro. Like, you ain't killed nobody.
All these damn gun bars.
All these, like, come on, bro. Like, you didn't kill. Like, I remember being in college, you know, also Go knows the Florida State University. And, like, I would, madam.
Whoa.
Madam,
I did one semester there.
Well, that's good. That's good. You know, it's a great place to be, specifically to study. So I would be like with people that I know who are in like economics classes and like really majors, and they'd get to the cipher and be like, yo, I smack a bitch, gun shot. I'm like, well, sir, are you? Because we have the same classes. So I'm just confused when you had time to load in the clip, butt in the clip. All right, bro. You know, whatever you're into, you know, on your off days. So I have a really big passion for individuality, and I think like that came over the past 2 years, because prior to that I was like a corporate Wolf of Wall Street kind of douchey Miami boy.
Okay.
Right. So
you went rogue.
Yeah. So like, it's so funny. Even looking at like, you know how like Facebook or Instagram will say like, on this day you posted this, right? I got a reminder Memorial Day weekend 2 years ago, and I'm like, is that me? Like, was I this douchey? Like, was I that douchey? Bottles in hand, sunglasses, taco meat wide open, right? I'm like the most Miami douche person, where all my friends have that like super Miami douchey haircut where it's like the part right here and then like the comb over right there.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then all the girls are wearing white jeans and have like all like the bracelets and all that, but like don't sweat, because I don't know how that happens. Like, but they're just always ready to be taking a picture.
That's weird.
That was my gang, right?
Wow.
And then I kind of like looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, bro, I hate this. Like, I hate this energy. And I kind of fell back in love with rapping, and then was like, yo, like I'm just gonna go do what I like to do now. So
was there some sort of like you know, some sort of this divine intervention that kind of happened that you're like, this isn't me, like did this big moment happen, or was it from one day to the other that you were just like, hey, I'm out?
It was not one singular moment. It was like I always rapped. Like I was always a rapidy ass dude, like since forever, you know what I'm saying? And like in college, I was a part of a band called Speakeasy. We started to burn it down, and this was like graduation's coming up. People are starting to got to figure out if you're gonna do this for real or is this gonna be a hobby. And then like parents and other people's opinions come in, and I think like there's such a bad stigma if you tell people you want to rap. Right.
Oh,
it's like
100%.
I feel like it must be the same conversation like a girl has if she tells her mom I'm gonna strip. It's like, God damn it. Yeah. My black son, I just needed you to do two things. Yeah. Not get someone pregnant and not rap. God damn it, please. Please.
Yeah, you might as well run off with the circus, bro.
For real,
like,
right? Know? It's like, oh my God, he's gonna get a Cuban link and drive a Chevy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like I told my mom and she's like, oh, are you gonna change? I was like, Mom, what do you think I'm gonna rap about? Like what? Like I hate my mom. I got a gun. I'm selling drugs, smacking bitches in the trap. Like my voice ain't deep enough for that type of rap. Like what are you talking about? You know? So I remember telling I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was like at the point where everyone else around me was like, oh, we're getting engaged. We're buying a house. We're going to live in Pinecrest. Oh, yeah, I want to go to school at Coral Gables or Berlin or Columbus. Right. Ha, 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 ha. All right. Oh, what are you doing today? Oh, you know what? We're going to go tuck our shirts in on a Sunday and wear like slippers and go to Earl's and Dadeland. Right?
Gotcha.
Like, that was like my crowd.
I know the kind.
Right. I hope the listeners, when they listen, it's like, I know a motherfucker like that.
Yeah.
I know some motherfuckers like that.
That's Todd.
Yeah. So it got to the point where like, I wasn't happy, and my buddy invited me to a Cipher, right, that I used to rap with in college, and he just never stopped, and he was like starting to become a beast, and he's like, yo, come to the Cipher. And at the time I was working in downtown Fort Lauderdale, and this was in Hollywood. Shout out Cipher in the Circle. They saved my life. So
gang, big shout out.
Big shout outs. So I get there in like my douchey J. Crew Banana Republic boat shoe like
and Hollister belt,
100%. Like, you know, like the big thick brown joint, like that's what I had, where like some of my shirt was tucked in, but like some of it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I had like the messenger bag, the whole nine.
Oh,
like
shit.
I was operating at level 50,000 douche.
Gotcha.
Right? Like if you looked up Gap wannabe, that was 100% factual. So I get to the Cipher, and then like I hadn't freestyled in a long time, and then I started freestyling, and then I started catching the vibe, and I was like, oh shit, all right, I remember how to do this. And then
takes off the messenger bag.
I'm here like, let's go. And then I knew that it felt good when I had my first N-word of the Cipher, right? Ooh. Where I was like, and I was like, oh, I'm back. Sorry, Mom, I'm back. You know what I mean? I didn't say that because I didn't want, have to blur it out.
Right.
But that's really what the moment was. And then I found myself like wanting to do that every day. And then I started to write 2 hours a day. And then what turned into 2 hours turned into me practicing, turned into me memorizing, turned into me like just the ball started rolling. And then the pandemic happened. So I live by myself. I'm in my house 24 hours a day. So there's only so much FIFA. There's only so much like.
Amen,
hookah.
brother. You can put that on the tombstone.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only so many story modes you can beat. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
I went from like amateur to like world class, like in the pandemic.
Was it?
Right?
You got Alex Morgan to the Premier League and shit.
Yeah. Like, I literally, bro, facts. I did all 3 story modes,
gotcha.
like multiple times on multiple levels, right? Like just sitting there like mindless or whatever, because I thought it was gonna be a month, like, because they were like, oh yeah, we'll be back at work in like 60 days.
Right.
Like, all right, bet. Like I'm just gonna get myself a PS4 and like just fuck shit up.
Those 2 weeks for the curve or whatever.
Yeah. So then I'm starting to run out of wine, starting to run out of lick, starting to run out of like just my mind, and then I said, all right, bet. Like I'm just gonna start writing songs, and then come on. The album literally is like 11 songs, and those were the only 11 songs I recorded for the album. Usually like you record more.
You scrap a lot, yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally went in there with Miami Beat Wave, 3 sessions.
Dang, big shout out Miami Beat Wave, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out Miami Beat Wave. Last week's guest, big shout out, you know what I'm saying?
He so meeting him was hilarious. He was like, all right, so what we doing? My buddy Malik and him are cool. He's like, oh, so what are we doing? I'm like, I walk up on him in my vintage shit and like my super politeness, and I was just like, give me your hand. I was like, hey man, I'm Tetris, nice to meet you. And he's like, this guy's a rapper? Right? Like, I don't give off, I guess, rapper energy.
Okay.
So he's like, how many songs we're doing today? I said, like, I don't know, like 6. And he's like, we only have 2 hours. And I said, yeah, 6. We'll be fine. And he's like, all right, put the beat on. I go through the first song, 1 take. Second song, 1 take. Third song, and he's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Bruh.
And I tell him, like, bro, like, I'm not the person to go to the studio and chill. Like, I don't get there. I know my shit. I know exactly how I want to say it. I know where to breathe. I know where to punch. I know all that, like, immediately.
No, he was telling me, and spoiler alert, I mean, it's last week's episode, so you should have watched it by now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
If you went here and watch that, watch that. Run
watch
them
that
views
shit.
up.
Watch that
okay,
shit.
these people is working.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Razors ain't cheap. You
Thank
feel me?
you. Thank
feel
you. The
me?
man
You feel
knows.
me?
Shout out Katya. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, he was telling us that sometimes he'll go into the booth and an artist will legit write bar per bar on the spot. That shit like blew. For me, if I go in there, I've been practicing that shit for 2 months.
Yeah.
Like I got that shit memorized. To write bar per bar, to write, okay, stop. Let me write something, waste your time, and then hit record again. Dog, that's insane to me.
That's a lot of money wasted.
100%.
A lot of time wasted. So I don't believe in that. Like, I'm an athlete first, so I believe like, yo, practice makes perfect. You know what I'm saying? So my parents were like psychopath motivators, right? So both my parents, they both played sports in college, so like they were super like regimented and all
Disciplined?
that stuff, disciplined, all that. So my dad would be like, the dictionary is the only place success comes before work.
Oh, damn. Dad got bars, yo.
Yeah.
Dad got bars.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he would say things to me like, if I would slack off, he'd be like, yo, I thought you said you wanted to be the best. If you don't want to be the best, that's cool. Like, if you don't want to be
that's
like
the worst.
If you don't, that's fine.
That's
like,
fine.
That's fine.
Second best is cool, too.
Like, just go have fun. That's fine. That's
Oh,
fine.
dude.
That's fine. Just like with Timmy over there. He has fun. He never wins.
Right, yeah.
Timmy never motherfucking wins.
Right, but he has fun.
He has such a good time. You know, Timmy's got the mom that's like, did you have fun? Meanwhile, my parents are like, let's go. You know, and my dad would be like, I'm on a Sunday. This is what I'm going to spend my Sunday on. You know, I don't know, man. If you're not going to try, then, you know, I could just sit at home and, you know, scratch my balls.
Right.
So I'm super, super like all in. And
So is that where your drive came from?
yeah, I think it's the short man complex too. I think it's like the reason why I can't touch the top shelf of my kitchen. So like,
Bruh.
once that happens to a man, it's like you got to be motivated.
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you got to really put the work in. So
Yeah, but you got to reach for a stool, bro. That's a bad day.
bro, I put my cereal at the floor, like the little the floor cabinet where like you put like your pots and pans.
Yeah.
I put that there because
Hell
I would be
yeah, bro.
damned if a girl's at my house and she's like, babe, can you give me the cereal? And she sees me like tippy toe,
Bro.
like if like I'm the person that she wants to see my ass.
Babe,
Like, nah.
babe, can you put your heels on, get them Fruity Loops for me?
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm saying?
real,
Like-
for real. Like, absolutely not, madam.
Not
Okay?
that, not that.
Absolutely not.
Not that.
But nah, like, I think I'm one of those people that I just think you gotta put the work in. You gotta put the work in. And I think I know so many talented rappers. I know so many people that can really rap, but they're complacent. Like, they just are like, yo, like, I got my local success and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, for me, I'm not afraid to send a DM.
Right.
I'm not afraid to send.
And I'm glad he did, brother.
Facts.
Gang, you know what I'm saying?
Gang.
For real.
Gang. You know, like, I send almost 35 DMs
Hell
emails
yeah.
a day. Like,
Hell yeah.
hey, this is who I am.
That
Hey, this is who I
networking,
am.
bro.
Like,
That networking.
let's get it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Talk to me. You know, it seems like it's very important for you, for an artist to be authentic.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like you would much rather someone be what others may, you know, describe as nerdy or whatever, but be themselves as opposed to, like you said, like, oh, clapping this, clapping that. Like, bro, you ain't clapping shit. Like,
Nah, exactly. That was a bar, though.
that
was a bar. Did you hear that?
Thank
though?
you.
Did you hear that though?
Thank you.
Listeners,
Well,
hey, he's not only dropping gems because he's in the gym shooting.
Oh my
you feel me?
God. Oh,
You feel
shit.
me?
Okay.
I'm gonna match you with bars.
Bro.
Like, if you say
Bro.
one, I got it.
Oh
Like,
my,
this,
bro, we can start a group right
Let's
here,
get
bro.
it.
All
Let's
right,
get
you know
it.
what
The
I'm saying?
bar count on this episode is way in the double digits.
Ding, 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 like that.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think growing up, I had such like a trouble, like, relationship with authenticity, right? Or like being honest with myself about the things that I wanted, or just was willing to conform. And I think that like spilled itself into like my professional career and like my relationships, where it was like, if you don't stand for something, you literally will fall for anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was tough for me because I was in a situation where the people around me were not predominantly Black, right? So like hip hop for me was my way to participate immediately in Black culture, right? So like it was my way of being like, oh shit, like this is what's going on in the world. These stories like I can like listen to. Like my sister, you know, she graduated right when, you know, Nas and Jay-Z and were coming up. So she was like the Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, like funky Black
Hell
chick,
yeah.
right? Like, where it's like the beads and like the greens. And
Right,
oranges and
all
shit.
right.
You know what I'm saying? With a little like super side ponytail and spandex.
I've been to spoken words. You know what I'm saying?
All that. So it was important for me to like, once I found my voice, to use it the only way that I want to use it, you know? So authenticity is everything for me. And I think like people meet me and automatically the most hood or like the most Bill Gates nerdy motherfucker, they all look at me the same way. Like, oh, like that motherfucker's moving his own way. Like,
hell yeah.
As long as you're good, as long as you're always good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because like if you're not, people can sense when you're flawed. You know what I'm saying? Especially here.
Oh.
Especially here. Because everybody tries too hard here. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, so
You know, when you say especially here, talk to me about Miami audiences. You know, performing in different locations. You know, you go to New York, you have a type of audience. You go to Chicago, you have a different type of audience. You go to LA, you have a different type of audience. Talk to me about Miami audiences.
most people in the city, I say most, and I'm going to generalize, right? So like, don't kill me in the comments, but most of the people here are bandwagons. So
Right.
like everybody wants to know the hot shit, like, or be a part of the hot shit once it's already hot. Nobody wants to be like the preheating. It's like if a restaurant's popping and it gets on Instagram and like New Times, that place is blown the fuck up.
Like Salt Bay's restaurant.
Right. So like that's a perfect example. Like, motherfucker, I got rock salt. Shit, bitch. I'm gonna do this my shit myself. Shit, I could go to somebody's grandma and be like, yo, you could cook this motherfucker like this. We about to go to Winn-Dixie, get the check. You feel me?
That's facts, baby. Get that check.
Get that check. And like do it up. And I think like it's the same thing with music and that's where the conforming comes from, where like it's either really, really, you only have really two factions here. It's either, and I don't blame anyone, but think about it in terms like this. Pitbull and Rick Ross were big the exact same time. Okay. They came out the exact same time. Okay. But their impacts were completely different because like the music, the shit they're talking about is completely different. Right. So like in the city, it's like, if you're not talking war stories or like, you have an immediate relationship with like a hood or you're coming from super impoverished, that's all you can talk about, right? And then if you're not there, and then if you're not representing like Latin hip hop or reggaeton or anything like that, there's really not an avenue. Like if you get into most people's cars, they'll have on the Lil Baby or the Baby and then Bad Bunny. There's there's no in between, right?
Yeah.
It's either, I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Booker T. That's my joint. I did a freestyle to Booker T. Shout out to Bad Bunny, you know what I mean? But like, there's really no in between. It's either you want to feel like you're a part of this Miami or you want to feel like you're immediately a part of that Miami. So like when I get up on stage, like on this past week I performed, when I first start, you see the faces in the crowd like, oh, all right, cool. He's rapping. Cool. Let's see where this goes. Right. By the second song, it's like, all right, okay. All right. Motherfucker's really rapping. Right. But then like, I noticed that like when people come up to me and compliment me, they're like, yo, great show. I've never heard anything like that in the city. And I was like, well, I know a lot of people like that. You know what I mean? It's just really about like what you're willing to intake and what you're willing to like go outside your comfort zone. But the comfort zone here in Miami is either trap or Latin. Like even if you go out to a club or out to a bar, it's either they're playing new age hip hop or they're playing like progressive Latin or Latin trap or anything like that. There used to be like The Bar, there Purdy, Wood, Peach Fuzz.
Bro, they were doing a damn hip hop and Disney mashup last night at the bar.
I was at the bar last night.
Facts?
Yeah.
That's my place. My buddy used to DJ there.
I go to the bar because it's 90s and early 2000s hip hop, and they were mixing it with Disney songs, so I was very happy.
So if that's your vibe, on Tuesdays they have Jerobi from Tribe Called Quest. Shout out to Jerobi. He just had a birthday.
That's
my guy.
Tribe Called Quest.
That is my guy. One of my biggest supporters. One was like, he started spinning my music very early, and he was like, "Yo, like, you're from Miami?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yo, like, that's wild. Like, you don't."
Dang.
Like, I was like, "I'm gonna cry right now." So like, just don't get weird. I'm gonna cry. But on Tuesday nights at When I Heard It Lucky is by far the best hip hop night I've ever heard.
I've been there.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's 1-800 Lucky. It's Purdy.
Yeah.
It used to be Coyo Taco in Wynwood on Tuesdays with Walshy Fire. It was
on Sunday. It's the Tuesday party moved to Sundays.
the Tuesday Purdy. Purdy's closed.
No, Tuesday party moved to
moved to Sundays.
To Sundays.
Got it.
So like, if you can get in that thing, because that thing is from here to there, like,
damn.
But it's a great party, but it's difficult because
it's like getting into Trick's restaurant, bro.
There's never been a bigger middle America travesty than me not being able to go to this restaurant.
What's the name of it again?
Sunday's Eatery.
Yes, Sunday's Eatery.
Please, if someone's listening, like, bro, usher me in. Just let me smell what's on the inside. Like, I would literally cut many people's grass and like pick fights with whoever you needed me to. Like, I would love to go there.
Damn, bro. We got to get that VIP list going, you know what I'm saying?
I need it.
And that's facts. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about? Every single week, we have 3. I said 3 segments, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have a variety of ways that you can get to know our guests, you know what I'm saying? And the first one is actually the mail time, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blues Clues, you know what I'm saying? And what happens in mail time? You yourself, you know what I'm saying? You go on our Instagram on Saturday, Friday, the day before we have our guests, you know what I'm saying? And there's a story, and you yourself can ask questions to our glorious guests right here, and we'll read them live on the air. You know what I'm saying? And here we go.
You're such a man of the people.
I try.
You
know,
are such a man of the
like
people.
Jean Valjean from Les Miserables sometimes.
Bro, shake my hand that you know that I know what that is.
Hey,
like,
thank you.
Can we just
thank you.
Because like, I don't know if everybody would have like experienced that.
Dude.
But I remember even reading the book and having to watch the movie that came on like 2 different VHS. It was my sister, and I was like, this is easily the worst thing that's happened to me, that I had to sit here and watch.
And by the way, that handshake was very like, I just sold you a car. Like, you know?
Actually, if we do it again, this is the color of friendship. It's the color of friendship.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's the color
that's
of friendship.
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
For the first question of our beautiful mail time segment, and I know this is a hot topic.
I can't wait.
King Tetris.
Let's do it.
Why the name King Tetris?
Okay. So there's two stories. It's a 2-pronged story.
Okay.
It's
a 2 VHS tape, you know?
But I'll kind of cut some of the fat off of it. But
all right.
So growing up, I would go to like summer camp, right? Like many people, I would go to summer camp. I used to go to summer camp on the beach at Scott Rayco Youth Center. They would have like a sports camp or whatever like that, but they had like bowling, ping pong, basketball, like all these different things in one house. But they also used to have a little mini arcade. Okay. So if you're like 10, you're not getting on Street Fighter.
Oh, bro.
The middle school kids are not letting you on Street Fighter.
Remember that?
You're not playing NBA Jam, all right? You're not playing any of that. You're not even getting Super Mario Brothers, right?
For real.
So, I don't know if you know this, but I've got like the world's deepest voice, and growing up, it was even deeper, right? Myself, Barry White, and Barry Manilow, we all had the same thing going on, right? So I'd be like, yo, I want to play Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Like, I want to play Street Fighter. Right? And then my sister, she would go to the same camp. I'd be like, yo, sis, you got to talk to the streets and get me on Street Fighter, bro. Like, you got to talk to
Get me on that list, bro.
Like, for real. Like, what fruit roll up do I got to trade to somebody? You know what I mean? Like, who needs a Capri Sun or a Lunchable?
Bro,
you know what I mean?
I'm
like,
the plug, bro.
I'm the plug. Because, you know, like, Lunchables was, like, high on the trade list. Like, if you had that, it's like, yo, give me your whole family's lunch. Yeah. Like, I need that. Especially with the Snickers.
Oh, dude.
If that was a Snickers day, bro, don't talk to me if you don't got Hot Pockets. Bro.
Facts.
Don't talk to me, sirs.
Oh.
Don't talk to me, okay?
Or mini bagels, dog. I will trade mini bagels as well.
Yeah, that's facts. Anything else, peasants.
Facts.
Anyway, so the only games that were available were like Pong and like Tetris, right? So I'm here like playing my ass off on Tetris, and then like the asshole kids from New York who like never learned anyone's names, right, would be like, yeah, man, that's just Tetris, right? And I'd be like, I'm not answering to that. If I answer to it, they're going to call me that for the rest of my life, right? So fast forward, you go to middle school or elementary, middle school, and high school with the same people. So it's the same assholes over and over again.
Of course.
So like I start trying to rap, right? My first day, the reason I started to rap, there was a girl, Elizabeth Rodriguez. If you're listening to this, thank you for changing my life.
Shout out. By the way, the fact that you name dropped, mad respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, because she knows, I told her the story like recently. Okay. And so I'm in there, and I had never seen anyone that looked like that. She was like my complexion. She is like my complexion. She's still alive, people. I don't want to make this is like a weird story. It got really quick. My complexion, green eyes, super ill curly hair, and like all that, right? And I was like, what are you? Like who made you? Like, what's going on right now? I'm so confused. Like, who are you, right? And she used to like the B-boys and the dudes in the Cipher.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, oh, I gotta learn how to rap. Like, this is immediately. Like, I gotta figure this out, right? Because I like talking shit, as your viewers may notice, right? I was like, I gotta learn how to rap. So then I told my sister, I'm like, oh, I gotta rap because this girl likes me to rap. She's like, all right, let me hear it. The first thing I came up with is my name was Parable. Okay. Was Parable, like a story from the Bible. Actually, fun story. I actually met a guy named Parable who was like way nicer than I was in the time. Like he was way better than me at rap. So I was like, yo, I'm Parable. And they were like, I got to the Cipher and they were like, yo, Tetris wants to rap. Right? And I was like, son of a god damn it, my name's Parable, people. And they'd be like, nah, you're just Tetris. You know what I mean?
I was like the Spider-Man moment. I'm the human spider.
Yeah. And then that's like the weird story, right? That's the funny story. But like what I tell people when I'm like in interviews and want to be cool, but we're already friends now, right? We're already friends now. Okay. My Argentinian brother from a less black mother. So
that's a fact.
Facts. You know what I mean? We'll share like a picadera or a picada or some shit.
Hell yeah.
And we'll just, laugh about it, about all of our hardships of being the color of friendship brothers. We're shooting for a show on Disney.
Bro,
like, we need it.
Dude, like, we combine the turmoils of immigration. And, I mean, like, come on. Like, it could definitely work.
Yeah, I'm with it. Are you with it? Are you with it?
I'm with it.
Okay,
Thank
cool.
you. I mean, and our bar count alone is,
Facts.
Let's be honest.
So, what I tell people as I've gotten older and kind of formalized the reason why I kept the name is no matter how you play the game, the bottom line, it's always about bars, like Tetris. So no matter bottom line, it's always about bars. Bing. So whether it goes in the beginning or the end, or if it's faster or slow, the bottom line is about bars. No matter which way you fit it in, no matter which way you want to play it, it's about the bars. So when people say things like, oh, well, you've got to do this, you got to do that. I'm like, but at the bottom line, it's about the music. It's about the bars. It's about what you have to say.
So good.
So
that's so good.
It used to be King Tetrus, and then copyright infringement's real. There's this guy who like has one song from like 1950,000 BC who uploaded a song before I did. And he was like, I was like, dude, just come up off the name. Like stop being an asshole.
For real.
And he's like, no. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then I put Tetris, and then there's like a reggae artist from like 94 that's named Tetris that spells it literally the same way I spell it. And I'm like, oh, all right. And then King, I'm the one of my buddies always says like I call my girlfriends Queen, and I call my homies King, and we like kind of like had that mantra because it's like you're the royalty of your own like world, right? So like I call my homies King because they rule like one, because I call my homies King because they rule like one. Loyalty forever because you my day one. I call my homies King because they rule. Nah, that's too much. It's too much. Anyway, so yeah, that's the reason why the name King Tetris. Bottom line, it's always about bars.
That is a dope ass response.
Appreciate
dope
it.
ass response, brother. Second question of our mail time segment. What was the song, album, artist you heard that made you start loving music?
Track 4, Illmatic, represents. It's still, if someone put a gun to my head and said like my entire family would die if I didn't know the words to a song, that would be the song I could pick.
For real?
In my sleep.
Damn.
That or Jay-Z Dead Presidents, like the first one. Spit that Wonderama shit, me and my conglomerate, shall remain anonymous, caught up in that finest shit. It was about to start switching, ain't you? About to start snitching, ain't you? I forgive your weak ass, hustling just ain't you. Besides the fast cars, money, and honeys that shake their ass and bars, you know you wouldn't be involved with the underworld dealers, carriers, and Mac Millers, East Coast bias, West Coast cat pillars, little monkey niggas turn like I really study this shit. Like I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I kind of like, no, I like literally study.
I'm pretty sure Mac Miller framed that when he mentioned him by name, he framed it. Because I mean, imagine getting name dropped by.
I'd probably like have like a heart problem after that. Like, I would have like I went to the Jay-Z I've gone to like every Jay-Z concert here, but like my first one was the Black album, and my sister was like, that was like right when I like so I have 3 sisters. Okay, so the oldest one taught me about like boom bap and kind of like the foundation of like all things hip hop, right?
Okay.
My middle sister, she doesn't really like rap. She's a Y100 chick. I love you, Starlet, but she's totally Y100 chick. And then like the youngest one is the one who taught me like Kanye and everybody else. And she's like, we should go to Jay-Z's concert. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry. And kind of changed my life. So that would be, Illmatic, Represent, or Dead Presidents off of Reasonable Doubt.
Okay, damn. That's a tremenda response. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I have one more that's like close.
Please do.
Pitbull, 305 Anthem.
Damn. Did not expect that one. Okay.
So like that song, I remember watching, I went to like Madhouse. You guys ever went to Madhouse like back in the day? No? It was like all age club on Key Biscayne.
I remember Pawn Shop, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, bro, you could show people, you could show the guy at the door, like if you're white, you could show a guy a black guy's ID and you'd be like, all right, bro. Like everybody's in. Like
you're at the beach, bro. It doesn't matter.
Everybody's in. So I went to an all age thing and it was like him and Pretty Ricky who performed. And I was like, yo, I don't know who this is. He just rapped his motherfucking ass off. Like, I don't know who you are. And I remember like trying to meet him and he had like that big ass 305 jersey. And I was like, yo, yeah. So those would be 3 big influences.
Gang.
Yeah. Random.
And last question from our mail time segment.
Yeah.
How does being from Miami, if you are from Miami,
born and raised.
There you go, affect your sound?
So I think like specifically on my last album, I don't think that I did a good enough job incorporating the city, right? I just was so happy to rap and I had so much to say that, everything, all the bars were double and triple entendres and I wanted to be like super complex.
Those layers, boy.
You know what I'm saying? Layers and all that. And then like what I'm doing now is called Rookie of the Year and it's like a Miami album. And think of it like Miami Arena, early 90s, but like as if Dwayne Wade had just retired.
Oh shit.
And now the city needs to believe in the number 1 pick. That is like, it's not Dwayne Wade. He's not making, trap music. He's not making Latin music and he's not as flashy. He's, kind of weird. The only way to get that is actually to snatch it. So this next album is going to have a lot. Like I said, I have Latin in it. I got some bass. I got some booty bass. Like, Oye Morena and DJ Laz turned me into a man. You know what I mean? Like that turned me. What's going on here? Turned me into a man. So yeah, I think like because I only wear Miami gear. I only rep the city. That's the only way that I know how. And this next project, I think people will believe in a lot more moving forward. So you'll hear it a lot more coming up. But I think here's just Miami people like flows.
Yeah.
It's all about flows.
Mm-hmm.
Like New York's about bars.
Oh yeah.
Simple beat, bars.
Bars.
Miami is like, bro, if you ain't sounding like you floating on that
Right.
motherfucker, I want to be able to be in my either Honda Civic or my Toyota to the Mercedes to like any of that, because that's all here. You know what I mean?
What's that? Don't know what that was.
Oh, okay. Was it because Sarah J was here last time? And
Sarah J, bro, she's over here like doing all these, bro. I don't know.
Are you getting Sarah J's?
Bro, Sarah J is putting things in my damn computer. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no, but the next album will be very much like a very flow heavy, in and out of flows, and like I said, I work on the craft every single day. So I think like moving forward, it'll be very Miami centric. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for those beautiful questions. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, every single week, send them in. You know what I'm saying? Go on to Instagram, hit that follow, send in those questions. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
King, I did want to ask, you had mentioned before about Pitbull and Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, and we briefly touched upon authenticity. What does it mean, for example, I remember Rick Ross had gone into a little bit of hot water because
He was
kind of like,
I did that on purpose.
Respect. I caught that.
You know what I'm saying? We're just so
I like this.
This is so
thank
good.
you, bro.
So good. Colors of Friendship coming to Disney Plus.
I love it. But yeah, Rick Ross had gone into a little bit of heat or whatever the case when it was found out that he used to be a corrections officer. And it kind of, for lack of better term, lowered his street cred, if you will. Do you think that when personal life or prior experiences before a rap career get exposed like that, do you think that the career takes a hit? Do you think that the authenticity takes a hit? Or did you think that Rick Ross's authenticity wasn't as legitimate as it was before when you found that out? Talk to me about that.
Not really. I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, but the worst part is that like the real Rick Ross isn't dead. Like
right.
Ricky Ross is like alive and well. Like he just was like, you know what? This motherfucker ain't dead. He's alive. Let me just take his name. Right. So like that was the most gangster Miami shit ever. It was like, yeah, it's a known entity, but we're just gonna make it our own. You know what I mean? Like,
that's insane.
Just a known entity and make it our own. So like that was very Miami of him. But I don't think it knocked it, because for me, I'm not a street dude. So like that level of authenticity from the stories are just stories to me. So like for me, listening to it, I listen to it for what it is. It's like, damn, if he was really, cutting Sprite bottles and making them bowls, then damn,
right.
Like good, you know what I'm saying? So like I listen to it for what it is, and I think like because his voice, even if those stories aren't his stories, those stories mean so much and give so much hope to so many people in the city that like it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Like, for me personally, it didn't look at it, differently at all. You know what I'm saying? He's still like a Miami goat.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
King, if there's there's a plethora of things that I definitely want to get into. Talk to me about your ability to flow with the audience so well. For our listeners who haven't been privileged enough to be able to give this man a listen, check out the social media. You see all that good stuff on the screen. Check it out, please. But you recently posted a video. You were even damn cracking jokes with the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like you are today. Where did you get that level of comfort of not being nervous? Like if you mess up somewhere, it's almost like it was part of the show.
So I have this lyric in one of this I did a freestyle on Nas's Get Down, and I said, I find myself enjoying in all these moments again. That's what happens when I'm comfortable in my own skin, right? And I think like confidence and authenticity go hand in hand. And I think, like I said, I struggled with that for such a long time. And I think the crowd is like you're going on a date. You know what I'm saying? You're going on a speed date where like in 3 minutes they have to figure out if they love you or not. You know what I'm saying? So like, what happens to most dates? If you're tall and beautiful and chiseled, you could pretty much fuck up. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I see mad like dudes who like look like they're rappers with the big chunk and like the jewelry and like the tattoos and the girls and all that, and like the music's not all that good. Just call it what it is. The music ain't all that good.
Yeah.
But like they look it, so they believe it.
Right.
Right. But like if you're the person that makes, you have to grab that authenticity and grab their attention within like seconds. You know what I'm saying? So like I kind of took what I learned in ciphers, where like you have to immediately find the punch, right? Because then it's like you just took the microphone from somebody. Like if you don't have nothing to say and you're trash, everyone's gonna be like, you just came after this person and this is what you have to bring to us, you know? So you learn that, and I think like at the end of the day, if you are super passionate about your craft, crowd control is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like every single performance that I've had, people are like, oh, like you were really engaging everything. And I was just like, I'm giving you the best of me. I wrote this with like from, you know, God's pen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can never reach my pinnacle. My pen is gold. Like, that's a Tetris bar, by the way.
That's a Tetris bar. Copyright. Don't even, come on.
You know what I'm saying? You can never reach my pinnacle. My pen is gold. And I think like, I'm giving you every single portion of like my mind and soul. So we should be able to laugh. We should be able to be fun. This is supposed to be fun. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, motherfuckers, take your shit too serious. Like, if there's work to be had, it's about people's performance. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really enjoy having the conversations. I enjoy laughing. I think like energy is everything. I think, you know, most people don't even like think that I'm kind of a newer guy in the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like last year I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram. I didn't have tattoos or a beard, and now I have tattoos, beards, and now there's all this engagement, and like all this buzz. And all it is, and like, I'm just trying to share my best with you. So like, it's just supposed to be fun. Like, music is like a gateway to be having fun. So I love people like James Brown and all these like really big performers, Prince, all people who like perform. Right. Like I've been to Latin concerts. I've been to like Anthony Santos, Aventura, Omega, Hector Acosta, Cecilia Cruz.
Celia?
Yeah, the salsa chick, or the salsa in reggaeton or whatever. I've been to all that in the Latin community. They perform.
Oh,
it is a get up.
Oh, bro,
it is the backup dancers.
What is it? The third workout, bro. Yeah. That's, you come out drenched, sweating, bro. What?
That changed my life when I'm going to like a Latin Dominican ass club and like watching people perform. You have like the 3 backup dancers who do like the line dances, and then like the guy singing, and then you have like the poppy on the guitar. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if I'm gonna be on stage, and it hit me.
It's like P90X out there, bro.
100%. But it hit me like this. If you grew up in the city, right? And let's say most of the city is Latin, right? Because that's the truth. And what if your backyard barbecues, you have your entire uncle's band performing their asses off on a Sunday just because it's Sunday. Right? There's going to be a level of like expectation where when you go see somebody, they're going to perform. Right? Because you're not only there, you're paying, you're saying you're a performer, but where's the engagement? Where's all that? You know what I'm saying? Like, where is it all going? You know? So I pride myself on that. I think like as outside is starting to open up, the performances, I think, is what's going to stand just the test of time. So I really, really hope I can continue to keep getting more and more and more. Like, I'm just shooting for better. Like, slow progress is still progress. You know what I'm saying? Jadakiss has one of my favorite lines. It takes a lot just to get a little. That's why when I'm finished with the top, I'm going to be a legend in the middle.
Oh, and that's the face you make when you hear a nasty bar. Oh, bro. We got to go to a Cipher together, bro. Oh, bro, I watched Body not too long ago. I'm hyped right now.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty funny, too.
Oh, right?
That was a funny movie.
Yes. Speaking of movies, what a beautiful transition. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm saying? We have three. I said 3 segments. And the second one is actually the movie review of the week. You know what I'm talking about? And every single week, we ask our illustrious guest for a suggestion, a recommendation. You know what I'm talking about? A movie, a TV show. I mean, damn, Sarah J recommended a damn adult film. Shout out Sarah J. Anything that you couldn't recommend. Throat goat. Anything that you couldn't recommend more to our audience. Let's say you got 10,000 people in front of you and they're eating shit. They're eating a bag of dicks for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, you got to be entertained for 2 hours. This is what you should watch. What is it?
Oh man, this is a good one. I struggle because like I feel like movies just aren't as good as they used to be, or like the anticipation's just not there because like
Space Jam 2 sucks. By the way, I was
just gonna say like, is Space Jam any good? I just found out there's another Fast and Furious movie that just came out. Like,
oh, they're in space, bro. You know, like what's happening? Like, what are we doing? You know? Like,
he's telling the aliens we are family.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important than family.
Exactly. Yeah.
E.T. There's nothing more important.
Right, bro.
God, I'm a big comedy guy. So like, the movie that I just watched on Netflix, I thought was pretty fucking hysterical. Was like, God, what was it? It was like something about being safe. God, it's like one of the first ones that came. It's like, what is the name of this movie? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it new or old?
The Safe Bet. It's called The Safe Bet. It just came out, and it's like about this comedian, right?
Okay.
The stand-up comedian who like gets bamboozled by like this Wall Street guy into dating her because like she's like this free-spirited thinking animal, and he's like the ha 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 ha, right? Excuse me, my charcuterie board is not up to par.
Gotcha. Okay? Yeah.
All right.
Shout out Lanyap. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Did we become friends? I think so. Right. I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Step Brothers.
Shout out Step Brothers.
Right.
So this movie was hysterical, and it was like going through all and out and like literally catching him on all these lies, and I was like, damn, this movie's funny. But it was like kind of like frat boy humor, but I'm like you said, Step Brothers, Anchorman, old school, like those type of movies still never get old to me because they're like cheeky humor.
Right.
And like at my core, I'm 12. So like fart, poop, Chuck Norris jokes still make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the only one. I have not sat down to watch like a bunch of movies in such a long time because like literally I still have like my corporate job and then I write literally 2 hours a day. I like cut my phone off on a timer. Like, all right, it's 6, 8 o'clock, cut everything off, like, and just like don't remove your pen from the paper until like you've written for 2 hours. And that's it. Like, don't bother me. Don't do anything. Like, that's kind of the stuff I'm on. But the times I do take breaks, I watch stuff like that. So
The Safe Bet. Out of 5 stars, how many stars would you give it?
I would give it a solid 6.
Gang.
Yeah, solid 6.
All right.
I feel like we could have been the group or the 2 people to be like the commentators during Dodgeball.
Oh,
like,
for
like
sure.
We could have been the 2 people.
Wow.
Like I could have been Cotton and you could have been my buddy Jason Bateman.
Oh, dude.
Right?
That's a bold strategy,
Yeah.
Cotton.
That's why.
Yeah.
He's ballless. He doesn't have any balls, Cotton. Like I feel like you and I could have been those people.
Oh, dude.
Like that's what we need to start pitching.
Oh my God.
Once we get the Disney Plus joint, we're going to start pitching as a duo to like comment on like sport.
Bro, Snoop Dogg is commentating on like freaking what is it? Jake Paul versus what's his name? Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
Bro, we can definitely do that bro.
We could I think just the improvisation of what's happening. By the way, people, we just met like an hour ago.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
Like, we know it seems like we're lifelong friends. Can we show them color of friendship again? Color of friendship, and it's really just such a beautiful thing. It's just people helping people.
It's people helping people.
I love it.
And that's beautiful. And that was our beautiful second segment of the week. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for that. King, I do want to know, you talk a lot about ciphers and, you know, the impact that they've had on you. We briefly mentioned Bodied. Talk to us about your first cipher. Talk to us about your first time performing in a cipher. Do you still get nervous? Are you running to the damn bathroom stall throwing up a la 8 Mile? What's happening?
So funny you said that. I had a guy, his name was Peter Cupoletti, aka Old School, and he had the best flow, like in high school. He was like that guy in high school.
Yep.
And he said, Peter Cupoletti, Hobasheti, if you're ready. Well, my chick named Karina, she wet like the levees, right? Like smooth as shit, right? He said, me and my gun go together like period and Tampax. And I was like,
damn. Oh my God.
Like these bars stuck with me. Like, one of my favorite
bars,
make you I'm the nicest in the city. I'll make you a believer, put you in a Ziploc, hide you in the back of my freezer. Like he just said like ill fly shit, you know what I mean?
Like top of the dome?
Like off the top of his dome, right? So like we were a part of a group called FWA, which is ironic because 8 Mile destroyed our crew because our acronym was Free World Artists, and as soon as motherfucking 8 Mile came out,
thanks, Marshall.
like for real, like we used to walk the halls, and like before 8 Mile, it would be like, "What up, Free World?" As soon as 8 Mile comes out, fuck Free World,
fuck Free World, yeah.
And I'd be like, guys, we've got to change this name.
Yeah,
like, my little screen name on AIM was FWA to the grave. Like that was how like indoctrinated I was. Bruh, gang,
bro. The grade came early, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, that was done. Yeah. So the first ciphers were really like tough, but we would go to like other high schools and like on the weekends, like Crop had some good spitters. Coral Park had a lot of spitters. Hollandale, like you go up north and it's like you meet people like Ace Hood and all those monsters coming up. You know what I'm saying? So like those things were nerve wracking because like it's dark. This isn't tall tee, Jabot jeans, Air Forces, gold teeth, and braid era. Like this is like a way different era than it is now, where it's like, hey, what are you gonna wear today? What are you gonna wear today? I don't know, 5 for $25 at Foot Locker, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what was on. And my high pitched voice did so well in those environments.
Oh, I bet.
It would be dark and kind of like you could feel the tension because it's like not only high schools, you got different hoods, you got different like people all in one area, and it's like we're coming up and those areas are like 99% black, and then almost all the MCs that we're with are almost like Hispanic or like Dominican, and it's kind of like that weird area where you're like, I don't know if you're black or are you Dominican, like, you know, how do you cook your rice? We'll figure out. We'll figure out. That's basically what I think like draws the line between like Hispanic and black people is like how you cook your chicken and how you cook your rice.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Right. And how long do you stay at parties for?
Right.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Right. That's 100% it. You know what I'm saying? Like my Dominican friends drink Brugal and like we drink Henny, and I'm like, you know, this ain't so bad. It's so bad, you know. But anyway, like that's what made it rough because like you had to come in there and like have insane amount of confidence because they weren't giving you 3 minutes at an open mic. They were giving you like 15 seconds.
Oh, right? Shit.
So like, because there's no mics, just a cipher in a circle, and then you have like all the dudes around, and it's like,
are you going on a beat or are you going a cappella?
So sometimes there was a beat, sometimes it was a cappella, and it was just like on a beat was so much more fun because, you know, the 3 beats everybody picks, halfway crooks or shooks, and then you got grinding, and then, or back then you had grinding, and then you would have like the Born and Raised in Miami-Dade beat.
Okay.
Born and Raised, and they would play those 3 beats at every single cipher because like it's a little bit for everybody. So like I was never nervous. I get excited because it's just like, my parents used to tell me, if you're nervous, you're not prepared. You should be so scared of failure. You should be so scared of it that you do everything in your power to never meet it, right? And like the one thing for me was like, I'm about to prepare. Like I am a gym nerd, so like I will get in there and freestyle until like I feel like I'm comfortable, and then go get it. You know what I'm saying? If they rock with it, they rock with it, but it won't be for like a lack of preparation. So I love the cipher. It made me who I am. Like it made me fall in love. It showed me all my friends. It put me in a different trajectory in my life. So like I have a lot of respect for the off the top or even the improvisation that comes along with it. So it's just, for me, it's like almost poetic. It's like a dance. If you have like 5 MCs and like my favorite MCs to cipher with in the city, you got Rock Soul, gang.
Big shout to Rock Soul, baby. The prior guest, you know what I'm saying? We got some of his artwork right here.
Yeah, Rock Soul. He's so like funk hip hop where it's like fun. It's not like aggressively like in your face, but sometimes he still punches you with punchlines. So it's like, oh, this is unorthodox. Like I like this style, you know what I mean? Yeah. He's not like very boisterous. It's just kind of like for the love of it, you know. You guys met him. So I love ciphering with him. My guy Cable raps. Cable is like, easily one of the best freestyles I've ever met.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like, he's been put on by J Balvin and a whole bunch of different people. Like, he is nice. Like, I met him at a shoe gallery Cipher because we were trying to get a pair of sneakers. And they were like, we're going to raffle off a sneaker, but you have to have a freestyle contest. I'm an avid sneaker collector. I'm like, rapping sneakers? This is a layup. Like, you're not going to out-rap me, sirs. Like, I'm sorry the city might not want to hear it, but I really am the best rapper in the city. But like, that's fine. You'll learn. It's cool. 2021 isn't not done yet, but like we're almost there. So like he jumped in the Cipher, and like I remember listening to him and I'm being like, I don't know, man. I don't know. He might got me. He's nice. He's nice. Shit. My guy Triple Z, he's like the ODB Cuban. He's like an ODB, Old Dirty Bastard, like a Cuban version. So he's got like dreads and he's like a skater, rocker, turn hip hop artist. So the shit he says is just outlandish. You know what I'm saying?
He just goes by Triple Z?
Triple Z. Okay. Yeah. So I love that. Outside of that, those are like my 3 favorite people to rap with in the city as far as ciphers go. But I'm sorry, I'm disrespectful as hell. H2O, Serum, those were like the pillars of like the Miami hip hop scene. I love rapping with them. My guy Sean Pio, or aka Guapo, prettiest guy I've ever met in my entire life. That's why I call him Guapo. Like, he's like uncomfortably good looking.
Gotcha.
Like uncomfortable. Like it's like you meet him and it's like, dude, chill out. Like, what were your parents on? Like, y'all gotta chill.
Bro, put on a paper bag or some shit, bro.
Man. He's like, oh, you guys want to take a pic? Not with you, motherfucker. Nah, not with you. So I love the Cipher, man. It builds character because not every outing is a good outing. So
right.
But that's why I love performing, because it's like once you get there, it's the show. It's the fun. It's the you shouldn't be nervous. It should be like, this is what you're doing it, right? Like,
right.
You know, so I have a lot of fun doing it. And the same thing with just rapping. And I think my energy is always so positive around it because it's like, you should be having fun.
Right.
People mistake the rap game with rapping, where like the politics of rap is not a lot of fun. Admittedly, it's not a lot of fun. But the art of it and like the action of you rapping should be fun. It should be fun.
And touching on the politics of rapping, what are your 2 cents on when you're doing a cipher, someone getting personal, like really personal?
That says a lot more about the MC getting personal than like the other person itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, rap is a boisterous sport. It's a competition. It is basically the biggest like de-swinging sport you can do. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of athletes like to rap, because it's very similar. It's
Shout out Tyron Woodley, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very similar because it's like, everybody rhymes and says that they're the best. Everybody rhymes and says that they're, you know, So like, if you're getting too personal, it's like, nah, bro. Like, I'm gonna just show you I'm better than you. Like, you don't need to get that personal. And whenever that happens, all of us are just like, relax, bro. Like, relax.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I forgot another rapper, Choco Valens. What am I doing? I forgot my dude Choco, who I like to rap with too. So,
big shout out, Choco.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like, unless it's like a battle, it's kind of like, relax, bro.
Right.
It's like going to LA Fitness to play basketball, and people are like double teaming you, fouling. It's like, dude, come on, bro. Yeah. Like, relax. Like, we're just playing and having fun right now. So,
right. There's no need for all of that.
No, let's just lower your voice, man. Let's just lower your voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm saying? We have 3 segments. You know what I'm talking about? And the last one is actually the quest for the truth. You know what I'm talking about? And in this segment, I pick a random, emphasis on the word random, card from this deck of cards.
It's never really random.
Thank you, Emmy.
I have to say
it. And we ask everybody. It's never random because we've asked the majority of them. And so if I see one that we've already asked, I'm not going to ask them the same question.
No, I'm trying to be a trailblazer, sir.
Yes.
I want that new. I want some shit that like you think that like would be fire. You know what I'm saying? Fire. Like, you got to think, this is just not for Midnight in Miami. We're shooting for Disney Plus.
This is true.
Like, we're trying to like create culture here.
Yeah. For the audience, like, we appreciate you watching. This is more for Disney execs.
Yeah,
more
100%.
than anything. Like, 100%. Yeah. Like, 100%. We appreciate it, but it's Disney execs only.
You know what I'm
saying? Damn. That there are so many. Katya. All right, this is a pretty good one. I mean, I can't really answer this, but
this is gonna be great. I feel it. My hair just stood up. Let's get it.
speaking of hair, what was the worst haircut you've ever had?
Oh my God, I got a perfect story for this.
Gang.
Absolutely fucking perfect for this. So coming out of high school, I got a scholarship to go play tennis in Alabama.
Okay.
And
brushing over that like it's nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Del Potro, all right.
I
You know
was
what I'm
really,
saying?
though you're so Argentinian.
A little bit, yeah.
Like,
Thanks.
he's so Argentinian. That is great.
Thank you.
That's great. It was like usually people are like, they'll say like Venus Serena,
Nadal, yeah.
You're like, you know what, sir? We have a Grand Slam champion in Argentina. His name is Del Potro, right? Like,
There you go.
Talk your shit. You know what I mean? Talk your shit, King. Talk your shit. You right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got a scholarship to go play in Alabama. And I had the same barber for like ever in Miami.
As one does.
Right? The same guy, my homie Chris, right? Like
Shout
I was
out
more
Chris.
loyal to him than I had like any girlfriend. Like, I was like, what you mean? Like we got a date on like Saturday morning. Like
You can't cancel
like
on
what
me.
you mean? Bro? Like no. Like you got something. Like I'll go to you. It's fine. Like,
No.
you know what I mean? So at the time, like I had like gone as long as I could without a haircut. Like the
Gotcha.
longest I could.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And it was freshman year summer going into like the summer going into freshman year because you had to go for workouts and all that other stuff. I'm looking rough. I'm like, I'm not pretty enough to pull this off.
Right.
Like I can't give you the rugged look. Like
Gotcha.
that only works if you're like super tall and like mysterious. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're miniature size, there's no mystery because I can look you in the face. Like the woman can look me in the eye. Like it's like I know who you are. I can see you.
Right.
My head's not up. We're like if we kiss, I might not be on my tippy toes. Like the respect level's not there for the mystery. You know what I'm saying? Notice she's like laughing her ass off because she's probably done this before in her life. Yeah. Right? It's like, Sir, we're the same size. You cannot lower your voice. Okay? Lower your voice when talking to me.
God.
Okay? So I'm here trying to kick it to this girl. I'm going to name drop again. Her name's Christina Johnson. She was like Miss Freshman of our college or whatever.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, damn. All like the basketball wavy, super like pretty light skinned guys are like hitting on her. This is going to be a tough upward battle here. It's going to be an upward battle.
yeah.
Because she can wear any heels that she wants
This is
with
true.
this guy.
This is
and
true.
he's also pretty. I don't know if I'm that funny and charming. Like, I don't know if I'm that funny and charming to like bridge the gap here. Okay. So I'm like, fuck. I ask her out. I'm like, we're in the cafeteria. I say, yo, what are you doing tonight? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I don't have any plans. And I was just like, I didn't plan on like what to say after that. Like I didn't make a plan in my head there was no follow-up.
Okay.
I thought she was just going to be like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah, like,
right?
yeah.
So she's like talking to me like a normal person, like whatever, think about it. I'm like, what's happening? So like my boys are looking in the back like, yeah, that's my boy. And I'm looking bummy. Like I'm bummy. I'm like athlete swag, sweatshirt, sweatpants, running shoes. I probably stank. And like, she's like, I'm like, oh, you want to like go to Buffalo Wild Wings? Because that was like the place to go back then.
Of course.
And it was like Wing Thursday, where it was the wings back then were 25 cents a wing. I'm like, I got 25-cent wing money.
Hell
like,
yeah.
I may not got like
Of course.
money, but like I could pull out a 20 and you could get a strawberry lemonade and a refill, like, and I'll be good. Like
Facts.
Like we'll be fine here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I might tell you to keep the change. You know what I'm saying? Like I might like flex on you real quick.
Damn.
And say like, yo, babe, it's cool. You know what I mean? I got it like that, boo. You know what I'm saying? I'm Greg Owens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. I look at my account. Back then there was no mobile banking, so I had to call like the back of the card and like, hi, press 3, get your balance. And I'm like, you too loud. Like, you too loud. Like, lower the volume real quick because there ain't no 2 zeros behind that thing. You know what I mean? Put that thing down. Call the balance, and I'm like, all right, bet. I know I can get a haircut now. So like I asked the homies and I'm like, yo, where do you guys get your haircut, right? And they put me on this guy named Steve Davis. I'm putting him on blast because I don't care. That's who I am, right? That's who I am. Like, I'm not sugarcoating. I've name dropped 1,000. Like I'm just telling you, like,
hell yeah.
Like I hope his business never did well. Okay? Like, I am petty. I don't care.
Bro, I'm the same way, bro.
I don't care.
I'm the same way.
I don't care. I hope you figured out something better to do with your life. Okay. So at this time, I was like, I had such a beautiful hairline. I just did. It just was so crisp. It was like the edge of like a piece of paper. Okay. It would serenade me to sleep. Okay, it was my best friend. His name was Phil. Okay?
Damn,
I had a
Phil.
nickname for my hairline. That's how much I loved him.
Bruh,
Okay.
I believe that.
And then homie's like, hey, Miami, because that's what he called me. Miami, hey, you want to get your hair cut? I was like, yeah. And I was like, why do you talk like an 85-year-old black guy? Like, what's happening right now?
That's
Like,
pretty good.
like he talked like he was someone's uncle.
Right.
Yeah, just come over here, man. Yeah. Just come over here. Come over here. Yeah, I'll get you right. Come on now. All right. Right. And you're laughing because you know someone that talks like that. Right?
Yep.
Everyone knows someone that talks like that. It's like, what the hell does this motherfucker just say? Right. I tell you that the difference between black and Hispanic is very little.
It's a thin margin.
It's a thin margin.
It's a thin margin,
I've like met so many of my boys, like Latin uncles, and I'm like, I don't speak Spanish, but I know what he's saying.
There's a black version of
like,
you. I know.
Just his mannerisms,
Right.
right? Nephew, all right? Nephew, right? Like all that. So
Oh my God.
I get in the chair, right? He asked me what I want. And I was like, back then I would get like the little, kind of skin fade, but a little bit, a little, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just because I needed you to understand how nice my hairline was. So I get in the chair and I'm like, yo, we getting it. So for some reason, he started with the tape first, right? Like that's weird. That's like weird,
Super
right?
weird.
Like usually that's the last thing they do.
Last thing, yeah.
He started with the tape first. And I was like, but nobody else in the shop looked like alarmed. Like when you get fucked up, like
Yeah. Call
people
the
be like,
cops.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, you got a date tonight? I hope not, right? So homie's like, did it? And I'm like, the mirror was like kind of where she's standing. So like I
Okay.
couldn't get like
you couldn't get a good
look.
It looks good from this far.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
and then like when you do like they do turn you in the chair, you try to like catch yourself on the other mirror and like make sure like,
Yes.
damn, is this motherfucker fucking me up right now?
Right.
Like, and then he puts the alcohol on my head, right? Usually, if you get cut a little bit,
you get a little sting here.
Little
and there.
sting.
Right.
I would have thought like I literally was bleeding out.
You're the
'Cause,
motherfucker
like,
from Play-Doh, bro.
I was, hey, right? What the fuck going on, right?
Oh.
I look and like all of this, the clippers were too hot, right? And like literally like from here up was just like cuts. So then I get into the dorm and all of my boys are like, damn, who you are? And I'm like, the motherfucker you told me to go to. What you mean,
Oh my-
right? So then we get to the restaurant. We get to Buffalo Wild Wings. She's just like, I always see you with a hat. Can I see you without the hat? And I was like, honestly, like,
Out of all days.
it's like important for our relationship and us building as like the best two looking people on the planet that like we need you. I just need to keep the hat on.
I don't want to start this off on a lie.
Right, like I just need you to understand that I'm better than what I'm showing. Okay, like it's
Respect.
like accidentally swiping right and then like seeing a girl that you swiped right, but she's like super like pretty in all her pictures. Then you run up on her in Whole Foods and she's like just come from the gym and she's like homeless.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, so this is what it looks like. Oh, okay, I'm with it, but like
Right.
you might want to work on it. You know what I'm saying? Like now I know where your limitations are.
Gotcha.
right? She made me take the hat off and like we never went on another date.
For real?
But I mean, if you're that, like, if it was already like chipping away at the iceberg with the toothpick, so it was already like, got to be careful. You hit too hard, it breaks. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you dodged a bullet if she can't even forgive a haircut. You know what I'm saying?
I still love her so much.
I'm sure you're super funny.
I'm just
sure
saying.
you were funny. You were slinging it at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I was
You
swinging it.
got the check.
I said, babe,
What's
you want
one
extra
haircut?
ranch? You want some extra ranch?
You hit her with that extra ranch,
She
bro?
didn't deserve it.
I said, look, the ranch is 35 cents. That's a whole wing, baby.
That's a whole win.
That's a whole wing. You need more? Ooh,
God
I
damn.
got you. I got you. Say
Wow.
less.
That
You
could
know
have
what
been
I'm
a
saying?
drumstick.
That literally could. I'm all flats, by the way, but that's fine.
Respect.
All flats. You know what I'm saying?
I used to be all drumsticks until I saw a video of how to take off the entire meat from the flat. I was never the same.
Are you sure you're Argentinian and not black? Are you sure?
Thank
Are
you.
you sure?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Definitely
Thank you.
Argentinian, though.
Because you gotta twist
Yeah,
it,
like,
take
you-
off the cartilage, and then
Hey,
you gotta.
that's not for everybody. That's like a whole nother tutorial.
Thank
Like,
you.
That needs to be like. That's how cultures get mended.
Yes.
Okay? That's
Yes.
how people, get cultures get mended. You like chicken? I like chicken. Let's just show each other how to eat some chicken. The world will be better. You know what I'm saying? This is like not even Midnight in Miami. This is episode 1 of Color of Friendship.
Yes,
like this
I
is
love
what
it.
it is.
I fucking love it.
This is what it is.
Disney, you're in. Whether you know it or not, you're in. All right.
Cut the check.
Cut the check, baby. Cut the check.
Ranch has gone up and dating is hard in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
You know what I'm
God.
saying? I used to get away with be like, yo, what are you doing? You want to get a wing Wednesday at Flanagan's?
Right.
And then it's like every Wednesday, you're like, oh, well, you know, I
Damn.
want to dress up. Well, you could dress up the Flannies,
Bruh.
boo. You
Yeah,
could dress
exactly.
up. You could dress up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all
Bruh,
good.
and nobody wants Buffalo anymore. Everybody wants Wingstop now. Everybody wants
Bruh.
Wingstop.
I absolutely have to vouch. Wingstop is the pinnacle
For real?
of chicken wings. Oh my God.
Oh, we have someone.
I'm gonna rebuttal.
Ooh.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna.
Okay, are we having a cipher? What's happening?
So
Okay.
like my favorite wing spots here in South Florida. Okay, you have Wing Heaven, right? That's like kind of like in Little Havana.
I've never been.
Yeah, it's like what's like the big spot there? It's like next to that like Cuban ice cream place that got like
Azucan.
yeah, it's right. It's not far from there, right?
Shout out Cuba.
Yeah.
She's super proud to put that in there. Though.
Bro,
she's brimming ear to
she's
ear.
well cultured.
She's
Yes.
like, she said it. She took a deep breath. She already knew what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
She looked me in the eye as like, if you rebuttal this, like I fight
Right.
people. Like it's already been established she fights.
Right.
And it's been established she knows where the ice cream's at. Right.
Right.
So like we're always gonna be good. Okay. I just want you to know that. I love Wingstop. On like a good day, Grails in Wynwood is pretty good.
Okay.
They got this like cool Korean barbecue chili kind of thing going on, but like instead of French fries, they make like queso frito on the side, and it's like this combination of the two where it's just uplifting. It just,
Damn.
What's
you know,
the third?
the
You haven't touched any of my top 3, so I'm really interested.
I like boat campers too. I'm interested to hear from you. I'm a lemon pepper guy. So like,
Wow.
wait,
okay.
I'm an idiot. What am I doing? Let's rephrase this.
Here we go.
Wing Heaven, Wingstop, Tootsie's.
The strip club?
Yes.
Respect.
Like I'm not the person. I'm so cheap that like if I throw the money, you may have to watch me pick it back up because like I'm not just giving you that money.
Yeah. No, this whole
Like, I'm not just giving my money.
this whole making it rain thing,
no.
that's a hard pass for me.
That is the hardest of the passes.
Right.
Right. Like don't come sit on my lap. Like lady, I'm literally like I'm just here for the wings and like the 2-for-1 Henny. Like that's what I'm here for. Like if you're trying to like drop it low, cool. There's
Thanks.
literally a $10 bill here.
Right.
Whatever. Once this is gone, I'm not going back to the ATM. That $20 ATM, right? Where it's like a fee of $20.
Bruh.
No, madam.
Oh
Are you
my
kidding
God.
me?
This man is Vegas proof.
Like
all right?
nah,
Oh.
you're not. Oh, Poppy, you want to dance? Oh my love.
But
Oh
if,
my God.
but if we're talking about strip club food, shout out Gold Rush. After a night at Peach Fuzz or Nocturnal, you're gonna tell me you didn't go to the window at Gold Rush and get some fire food at 2:00 in the morning?
No, my after peach fuzz was Pinolandia.
After peak shots.
my after peach fuzz thing, because I used to pay rent there. I did like 5 birthdays there.
Oh my
really?
God.
Yeah, I did
I've
like
probably seen you.
100%.
I never missed a Peach Fuzz.
100%. I used to buy like the
But when it used to
$50.
be a Grand Central.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
No, 'cause
yeah.
now they have like Peach Fuzz parties, and
yeah.
it's not the same.
No, because I know the people that like Norma, Nika, all those girls like that.
Do you know
did it.
Spencer Tracy?
Oh,
He's a
maybe.
DJ. He fucks with them. I don't know. I know him.
Maybe. But I used to go to Peach Fuzz every single Friday. I would even go from
We were probably right
college,
there next to each other.
sweating, hot,
Sweating because they would open one window. One
Damn, that was amazing, yo.
People would,
one window.
this was a Disney. You
Yeah.
gotta sit over and it happened.
Yeah.
No, and the worst part is that you could smoke inside, so it was like clouds.
No. Like
It
you,
was sweaty.
You
and it
can
was
definitely
like-
make some cameos on our
you did
show.
it right on that window. Please.
yeah, like
Sorry, some air.
But yeah, I used to go to Peach Fuzz, Bully. I would be like, my Friday night, I would go from like Peach Fuzz to like Boulevard, and then like after Bully or after Peach Fuzz, I hit like either Pinolandia or Yambo or like the Chimney Truck, or like that was like my after hours kind of thing. That was like what we did.
Okay.
But like almost all my friends were like Dominican from New York, so like that just kind of like was
Yeah,
what they did.
it
So
was-
like, that was just
It was Gold Rush. It was La Carreta over here.
bro.
That's
I
what
went.
happened after.
Wait. When I started going to school, high school out here, and La Carreta was like like I didn't know about any of these things. So like most of my friends were either like Colombian, Puerto Rican, Dominican. I didn't grow up until I got going to high school down south. I didn't really like grow up with a lot of Cubans. So like that was like an untapped food market for me. Right? Untapped food. So I'll never forget this. My buddy Jose, who was a DJ.
Shout out Jose.
Shout out Jose, who's like a big real estate agent now. And I'm thinking it's super ironic because I'm just like, dude, I've seen you like be wild, and now like you're ha 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 ha. Right? So he's like, yo, you want to eat? I said, cool. First time we went, he took me to Versailles, right? And I was like,
no,
this place is okay. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
No,
it's okay. Like I had like the.
It is a staple down here.
It's a staple, but every time you have like a friend coming into town and they're like, I want that fire Cuban food, let's go to Versailles. I'm like, that's not it.
That's not. The most fire places are the places that like don't have like a lot of notoriety. It's like a plastic menu.
A hole in the wall, yeah.
It's a hole in the wall. There's no air conditioning.
Do you guys want an exclusive?
Looks like your damn grandmother.
Please, I would love an exclusive.
Do you want an exclusive? Okay, do you want an exclusive? This is my La Careta story, okay? And it's, a lot of my friends know this story, but it's hysterical because like it's super embarrassing.
It's a worldwide exclusive, by the way.
It's like exclusive. Drop a DJ Clue bomb on it, all right? There
you go.
All right, this is why like I gave up speaking Spanish like during this time frame, okay? So, my homie, wait, I'm sorry.
Go for it. Gotta stay hydrated.
My homie's like, she's my homie Diana. She's like,
shout out Diana.
Shout out Diana. My Colombian sister from a different mister. She's like, yo, I need like, you need to start learning how to speak Spanish, right? Like this is ridiculous, right? Like you dance, you hang out with everybody, da 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 da. Like you need to learn.
Well, that's the move, to drop bars in Spanish when they think you don't speak it.
This is facts. This is facts.
There's nothing better.
It's facts. So like, I was like, all right, cool. So like every single day at work, she'd be like, you need to like 1 hour of the day, like she only spoke to me in Spanish, right? Like only spoke, like she would not let me, and she was like my boss. So like if I needed something from her, she'd be like,
damn.
And I'd be like, God damn it. So one day she goes, we're going to go to La Careta and order food. But you're going to order everybody's food in Spanish.
It's your final exam.
Right? You're going to order everybody's food in Spanish. You know, it's a Friday. I'm feeling good.
That's your thesis right there, bro.
She tells me, this is so embarrassing. She tells me what she wants. And then my buddy Danny, my buddy Danny, who's hilarious, he's like, he tells me he wants the chicken breast. Okay? So I'm like, all right. But then like, they were like, you want to look at the menu and like order off the menu? And I was like, nah, like I know what that is. Okay. So the lady comes to me and I say, she goes, what do you want? I said, tetas de pollo. And apparently that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. This is how my Spanish friends ruined me.
Right? Oh my god.
Because like they
that should have been your rapper name.
Oh, that's fucking good. Yo.
But even if I wasn't interested in listening to what you were spitting, I'd be like, I need to see who. Is
Tetas de pollo on stage right now, dude? Oh my god. Like,
you down with TDP?
Oh my god.
That was a bar. All right.
That was a bar.
She's trying to be on the Disney show too, bro.
She's trying to pitch it in.
I see you.
All right. So that's why like I gave up after that because like I've never like the waitress looked at me and she was like, "What?" She didn't say it in English. She said like, "What?" And I was like, "But all my friends are literally all my friends are. I've never seen 5 people
laugh. Oh my god.
They were at the point of tears. Like I was like, I did something wrong. I've done something.
I'm trying to keep it professional over here, but my hip hurts.
like I've done something professionally, like extremely wrong here.
Oh my!
It's like, can you write a whole track about this experience?
Like right? Like yeah, for real.
Like literally on my Facebook, like my homie Danny, anytime like I'm cooking or anything, he's like, "Tetas de pollo." I'm like, damn it, it's not right, is it? Damn it.
Oh my
God. So that's an exclusive. I've never told that story on camera, but
man, well worth it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes.
I hope that made both of you feel better. And like you can share that story with your friends and family. Be
yes.
like, bruh. The educational system in Miami has failed this young man
Oh
because
my
he
God.
ordered tetas de pollo, and that's my fault. That's my fault. You both are
not
silent
getting-
now.
That's amazing.
You both are silent
That's
right now.
amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Oh my God. Katya, I do have to ask, because everybody does get asked in the room, what's your story? What is the worst haircut story that you've encountered?
Well, Gamero, you're gonna have to answer that question before me because I have a job to do.
That woman's a camera woman, you know what I'm saying? That woman's a camera woman, and she's a camera woman extraordinaire. As far as my worst haircut, baby, I got it right now, and that's bald. You know what I'm saying?
That's the most humbling experience
Thank
ever.
you. No, it is though.
It is.
It is.
It
Because one
sucks.
day you kind of just, it doesn't fall off. You just decide one day, okay, I'm good.
Are you a razor guy or a machine guy?
Machine guy. I mean, I've done the close, but it's just, it's too bald for me.
Bro,
I need a little bit of love there.
Bro, I was gonna say I could put you on. There's just like a thing called Landis razor, where it's like a little machine or whatever, and like I use it. You can use it in the shower. It's not one of those like weird things where you put it in your hand and it's like they try to market it to that.
That
It doesn't work.
Manscaper 3.0 or whatever.
No, it doesn't work. That shit doesn't work.
Yeah.
But what I do is I have the machine, and because I like mine like skin.
Respect.
Skin. So, because I just got a beard this year, so like this whole idea of facial hair is new to me. I was like, oh, that's an accessory in itself.
Works. Oh yeah,
right? That's an
100%.
accessory in itself.
It's the male purse right here.
100%.
It's true what they say. They say that facial hair on a man is like makeup on a woman, and it's true.
It's true. I did not, like,
completely
in the
different.
words of the Queen Beyonce, I did not wake up like this, right? There was a little bit of work being put in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like with the beard oils,
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff. So like I have like the little machine, and I'll like trim it, and then on like a Sunday, and then like every other day I have a little machine, and you can just kind of like go against the grain, and it gets just like super smooth. But for you, like if you don't want it like skin, I'll send it to you. I'll send you a nice little thank you package, and
Bro,
stuff. With like the oil. I use this like oil and like shampoo and everything. Makes it like
Damn, got the whole getup going, you know?
it's true. I
It's
mean, I haven't had
friendship
hair in a
unfolding.
year.
Respect.
I haven't had hair in years. So it's like
Alright.
now that I have it, I'm like, oh, I'm about to turn up.
Yes, sir.
I'm buying shampoo again.
Okay.
I'm out here buying brushes.
Oh,
You know what? You need a mask for your hair too. I got it,
Bro,
bro. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? Like I got the beard wrap. You know what I'm saying? You put it on at night so the oils get sunken in, and then like you hop yourself in the shower, a hot shower, but don't wash it.
Yeah.
Brush it out with the pick. Boom, it's
bro.
out here.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, my dog knows what's going
like,
on. That's the height of
do it.
luxury, bro. You got to get the beard game on point.
You have
man.
to. You have to. And to the point
God.
where like the last girl I dated, like whenever we would fight, she'd like try to pull my beard, and I was like, honestly, this is probably what happened to Chris Brown and Rihanna. Like this is, you got to relax,
Bro,
Like you got to relax,
Bro, in jiu-jitsu,
You gotta relax,
bro.
lady.
Yeah, in
Like,
jiu-jitsu,
hey! You know what
bro,
I'm
they
saying?
be pulling the beard sometimes, and I'm like, not the beard, bro.
Like,
Get the neck, but not the
For
beard.
real, I would rather you choke me like in
Facts.
seconds of my
Shout out
life.
choking.
Facts.
Right?
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Bro, that's gotta be like, is it tough on like your dating life? Is that like tough? Like, do you get like weird guys in your DM after you post something like on jiu-jitsu where it's like, I don't have safe words or
No,
something?
it's
Like,
No, it's definitely more like guys trying to talk me out of doing jujitsu because they're like, so I saw what jujitsu is, and like you roll on top of other men and stuff like that and choke them out. I'm like, yeah, it's my sport, it's my hobby. That's just me. Those are my friends.
It was awesome the way she said,
Those are my
yeah.
friends.
But she said it like, yeah. I'm choking
I was saying it as it's not an
Yeah.
option. It's not gonna
like,
stop.
like, bro, learn a safe word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
That's what it is.
Or get tapped out.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
literally, get tapped out or learn a safe word. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Golly. Katya, you still have yet to answer what
She's
is
dodging-
your worst.
she's dodging
She's
questions.
dodging. She's dodging.
I was dropping
She's
bars.
dodging.
I was working.
Yeah, she was working. What is your worst haircut story?
Okay. So I definitely don't get complicated haircuts, right?
Okay.
Because you guys may not know this, but if a girl has like curly hair, you just have to trim the length. You
Yeah, I
really
know.
shouldn't
I'm
go
aware.
in and start layering it and doing all those things because like bangs aren't gonna look good on us because they're gonna curl. And then you just need to keep the length in check. So the problem is it takes twice as long to grow the length on curly hair than it does on straight
Yeah,
hair.
the shrinkage all
Yeah.
day.
No, it's not just the shrinkage. It's also like the kink in the hair. It takes longer for it to grow. So the worst thing you could do when all I need you to do is trim my length is I go to a Cuban hair salon Not gonna shout them out because they don't even deserve for me to mention their name. Oof. And you know, the mommies are there talking.
Like that.
Bro, her fist closed when she said that shit. She was ready to
Yeah. Oh, she was ready.
Ready. She's not dropping off pastelitos for that.
Shout out Pastelito Papi.
Oh, big shout out Pastelito Papi. Hey.
So anyway, you know, I come in and I go, and I make this very specific. I say it like almost 4 times. I'm like, I just want a trim. I just want an inch off. I'm gonna pay you the whole amount. Just cut an inch off because that's all you need for my hair to keep growing, right? No, sí, mami, sin problema, siéntate. So then you start sitting down, they offer you cafecito or whatever. I'm like, I don't want
that means no problem, mommy. Please sit down.
Yeah.
I got it.
But that's
my dog just translated today, bro.
You see me?
You know what I'm saying?
I literally was just gonna say I just need to let people know like I've gotten a little better since then.
Hell
so,
yeah,
like,
bro!
I needed to shout that out really quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm forever Tetris the pollo.
Facts,
like,
bro.
Like literally, I'm gonna be on stage one day and she'd be like, "Oh, are you gonna go see Tetris?" Ay, that's the pollo.
That's
right,
like,
facts. I can literally hear it right now.
I'll call you TDP in front of your friends. I'm not gonna disrespect you like that.
Bro, you say TDP, that shit sounds gangster, dog.
Yeah. I don't want people to figure out, hey, why TDP? And it's like, it's not as good a story as Tetris. Not as good as a story. Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway, speaking as a Latin woman, I can tell you that when a Latin woman's not listening to you and she says, no, sin problema, you have a problema on your hands. Okay? She's not listening to you.
She's putting me on game.
She's making you sit down because she has like gossip going on. She doesn't even care who you are.
Yep.
So I'm like, just cut it. Just cut an inch. You know what? I've already told her 4 times. I'm going to tell her one more time just for fun. So I'm like, just an inch off the hair, please. It takes me forever to cut my hair. I'm telling her my whole life story. Sí, mami, sin problema. Then they start to wet your hair. She's gossiping with the girl next to her. And she goes and cuts off half my hair. I wanted to beat her senseless. She's probably the reason I went into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what happens when you chop curly hair right down the middle. It gets even curlier. So that means that my hair was up to here. Even though it was down to here, like when it was wet, it went up to here. And I'm like, today you die.
You were like Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap short.
Bro.
No, it's that. And the problem is that I don't know what it's like for you guys, but if they like trim it incorrectly or whatever, it's still so close that maybe you can continue to fix it. No, if you chopped the side of my hair this long, then we're going to have to continue the rest of the way.
No. You can fix a hair, like a guy's haircut and be like,
right.
You can blend it, do a whole bunch of different things, but at that length,
it took me at least 5 years to grow it back to that length. And now I cut it at home. I have trust issues.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I respect that.
God.
Also, I have so much respect for like the curly hair gang. I remember like November, December is like my favorite time of the year. It's because it's like a little bit cold and you see girls with the inches come out.
Oh yeah.
It's like every single week before you see them, they're just like curly hair gang. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Curly hair girl gang, right? And then somebody hits a Dominican salon and it's like, woo! When'd you get them inches, sis?
Damn, okay.
Like one of my really good friends, Sharon, she's got like crazy, like people like love her for her curls. And she was like, she's like, oh, I'm gonna come. We were gonna go out or whatever. We were at Brick House. And she's like,
oh, shout out Brick House.
Shout out Brick. She calls my phone and she's like, yo, I'm here. And I'm like, I'm standing in the front of the door, right? Mm-hmm. I had not seen her with straight hair. And I was like, what is this? Who is you, sis? Like, who is you? Here you are, like usually like her curls, she's like putting her hair up like this. Right. She's over here talking to me, like wiping her face and like all that. And I'm like, you better chill, Urbo-essence. Like you better relax. You better relax.
God.
All right.
It's hard out here.
Yeah, I respect those months for the curly hair gang.
There's way more maintenance on curly hair than there is on straight hair any day. And I'll go toe to toe with any woman to talk about that.
But I feel like it's a different level of confidence from the curly hair gang.
It is, because there's a lot of like there's a lot of attitude in
there.
curly hair.
100%. Because it's not something everybody else can do.
No.
Yeah.
You can always switch to it. You can always
and in
get a flat
Miami
iron.
with that humidity, you can be like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's not cute. Takes a lot.
So I always know like you could switch to flat. You can flat iron your hair. Get the whole
but that
thing.
in itself takes like 2 hours.
Yeah, but you could do it.
I could do it.
Like there is the potential for you to do it.
That's true.
If you're got like super straight ass hair, the opposite is not true.
You can sleep with curlers the entire night. Wake up the next morning, it's curly for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it...
How long, when you straighten it, how long will that last?
When I straighten it, okay, but there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh.
I can't straighten it and then go dancing. Because the second that sweat touches my hair, we're back to curly. It's not a problem.
Bro, them naps be real, bro.
Yeah.
I've had my ex-girlfriend, she would be like, I remember like one time we went out and she was curly hair gang, and like I was like, yo, she's like, oh, I'm gonna straighten my hair. We're gonna go to this party. And I was like, are you sure? Because I feel like you're gonna go from like ooh to like Whoopi in a real quick, and like you're about to go to Whoopi Goldberg in a real quick. Like sis, I like you both ways. Like I'm with the shits all day. You know what I'm saying? But like them kinks is about to come out.
Oh yeah.
Couple turns and like a couple turns we're dancing, and I was like, sis, you sweating? You sure you about this life? She's like, nah, I'm having fun. Da, 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 da. And like her hair didn't activate all at once. It was like a little bit here.
Oh yeah,
that's the worst. It'll stay straight up here and then it starts curling down here.
It was probably one of the funnier moments. Even like she came to visit not that long ago, and it was like she had just gotten out of the shower, and like I left the door open of my apartment, like the condo door.
Yeah.
So the humidity, and it was raining, and like I literally am like cuddled up watching her hair expand. And I'm like, this is why didn't I do this as a science project? Like, this is phenomenal. Like, I want to do something that helps people.
Bro, that's a science fair project right there, bro.
I'll say something super random, but my curls don't look any better than when I got caught in the rain. It's weird. I think it's the humidity, and I think it's like the natural water. I don't know what it is, the evaporation, the condensation. Something's going on, but the curls come out real nice in the rain.
Did you mean for that to rhyme?
No.
Like,
that's top of the dome.
Like,
just top of the dome.
Like, you just were rhyming for like 10 seconds.
This
like,
isn't even my day job.
Like that's, like, I respect that. Like, I'm about to put a beat on for her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Don't, because then I get intimidated.
Yeah.
It just has to flow naturally.
King, I do want to know, you had briefly mentioned, you know, before we start wrapping up, a couple things that I definitely want to get into. You had mentioned every day trying to, at least for 2 hours, write, you know, putting pen on paper and writing. Is it difficult for you or challenging for you to have to make it happen as opposed to putting pen to paper when you're actually inspired? Do you talk to me about writer's block?
No such thing. The process is inspiration, right? And one of my songs on my album is it's called Inspiration, and it's like, how much inspiration would you need to follow a dream? Forever not as easy as it seems. I live my life as a king, a code between thieves. It's almost my time now. Don't get nervous, just breathe. Right? And I think like the process is the inspiration. Like if you have to be forced to do it, then don't do it. You're not in love with it.
Are there days like that?
Nope. I always say it's the relationship with something you love. It's that relationships don't change, even if it's inanimate objects. It's the relationship doesn't change, right? And if you're obsessive, if you're addictive or any of that, that doesn't change, right? So like if you're dating someone and you're like, damn, I kind of need a break. I kind of don't want to see this person today. I kind of want to go do something else. That's not your person. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously things happen and you know all that, but people say they lose love. That means you just got to work on it. And I literally obsess about the process. I am obsessed with this shit. There's nothing more, like I wake up to write. I go to sleep to write. I love the rhyming. I love it. So there's not a moment for me where I'm like, I'm not saying everything I write is amazing, but half the problem is putting pen to paper.
Right, exactly.
So like,
actually doing it.
You have to do it. So that way when a beat does come on, right? Or a beat and a moment does come, and it's like I wrote this joint. I'll give it to you and you can play it if you want on this.
I would love that.
I'm doing a 3-song EP called Dating in Miami.
Another
exclusive for you guys. I love you.
Exclusive,
Another
baby.
exclusive for you guys. So it's called Dating in Miami, and on my first album, one of my best songs that like everyone really liked was Please Please. And it starts like, what's up world? It's me again, knocking at the front door of greatness. I'm late again. Any chance, get another chance at that first impression. I'm on a date with karma. I guess I learned my lesson. But who knew that these struggles could turn to blessings? God, I know you working in my favor. Do you have time for questions? If not, it's cool. I was taught to live in the moment. And what I love about life, you got to enjoy the moment. but my vision, you can't see it in the slightest. I hope my future likes this, or they like Vices. A different school of thought. Not all is lost. Well, shit, if this is it, then I hope it's a hit. Le'Veon Hernandez, how I pitch bars like Sniff from Colombian Bricks. Double bag, it's a gift. Just don't judge me when I'm comfortable. It's about what I adapt to. Watch out for friends you know they could change too. Because what good is your day one if they're jealous and stay two? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's about destiny, though.
That's hard.
Right? So I came up with this idea that destiny is like destiny, but destiny is also a woman. So the name of the song is going to be called First Date. First Date is like, destiny, would you wait for me if I was late on our first date? The ground shook just like earthquakes. I'm just wondering how we got here in the first place. You asked for balance, but timing is our challenge. I can't stand it. I give you take. You said this life for me. How much longer must I wait? Because time is standing in place. I'm living for these moments. Do I follow as you do, but never as you say? You never do as you say. It's complicated. Respectfully, I see us together. We bonded like my favorite leathers. Foolish pride to think I had some say in the design. Is it a test to do better? Or I think she thinks she's clever, or like we gonna last forever? I see how this gonna go. You fed me lies. I guess you reaping what you sow. And then it goes into, I'm not gonna get the whole thing, but it's like, it goes into, you told me this was forever. Like you give me a chance, but you have, my chicken got no AC, but you got an OnlyFans. How I'm supposed to be loyal when I ain't your only man? The picture you painted is tainted. Let's rearrange it. God. So close to happiness, I could taste it. So that's just a little taste, but it's about.
Oh wait, can we please give it up for the man? Like, golly! Wow! Thank you for that snippet. You know what I'm saying? We love snippets around here.
So it's First Date. It's about destiny, and think about it like this: like, as a man, you covet and lust after a woman usually first. It's like, damn, she's so bad. I gotta have that, right? But everybody wants her. How can she be for you when everyone has a destiny, quite literally, right? Everyone quite literally has a destiny. Right. Everybody knows a girl that's like Destiny, right? Where like the scene we're painting is like, I want you to chill out. You told me you were gonna date me, but how could you date for me when you literally everyone has a destiny? So it's like a double-edged sword, and then that's
the entendres are real too, no, bro.
That's the what layers I'm saying. Like, I'm literally writing my ass off on like. When I read it, and I said this shit to Beatwave, and he was like, bro, this was like another level of like thought on it. And I was like, yeah, like this is what it's like dating in Miami, because Destiny is the toxic girl. Right. Because she's for everyone. She has a piece for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like everyone has a girlfriend that's like that, where it's like she's the one that's always about the fun. She's the one that gets you into the clubs. She's the one that gets you, you know, all that stuff, because all the guys love her. But nobody loves her. What happens after you date somebody who's toxic? You date somebody who's safe, checks all the boxes. Your mom likes her. She's, you know, the person that you maybe like, it's someone that hooked you up with it. That's like, maybe they've been up your ass since like high school and you never gave them a chance and you friend zone them and you're like, oh, well, this person knows me. I hope it works out. That one's about hope. So it's like, you're not understanding why it's not fire. You're not understanding why the sex isn't good. You're not understanding why all this stuff is bad. But you're like questioning, because you're like, oh, well, I know I deserve to be happy. Happiness is something I deserve. Why is this not working when it checks all the boxes? I hope it works out. What usually happens is most people's wives or husbands are never the most best looking person they ever dated, right? Like almost never. Like I can almost bet that it's never the best looking person that you've ever been with.
100%.
Right? It's not. That person's called fate, because you usually don't meet that person until you're ready, and like you didn't know that's exactly what you needed in the moment. So those are the 3 stages of dating in Miami. It's called fate, hope, and destiny, and that's what I'm going to be dropping. So right before Rookie of the Year. So that's like one of the passion things I was doing. I was like, I don't know if like I can do like club bangers, but I think I could make you think a little bit.
I fucking love the concept, man.
Thank you, man. It's something like I said, you asked me about writing, and if you rap, and I had this conversation with my homie Cash, and Cash is literally about to drop the best album of the year.
Cash who?
His name's Cash. Like
Cash Black?
No, it's just Cash.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So Cash has been opened up for people. Like he just posted a picture with him, DJ Khaled, Ace Hood from back in the days. Like he's toured, he walked the BET awards. Like he's so good. But him and I talk about this all the time. I'm like, when you love something, you don't ever quit. There is no such thing as quit. So like, if this is not your passion, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You know, girls always like, oh, you rap then? Well, were you chains then? Well, it looks like your mind is boxed and chained in. You know what I mean? So like, I always write. I'm obsessed with it. Like if you put a beat on, I'm rapping. If you want like anything like that, like I'm rapping because this is what I love to do. This is what I have a passion for. And like, to be honest, if I don't make $1 off of it, this is just the one thing I love to do. I think like nothing else makes me happier than this. So like, I still listen to Reasonable Doubt and smile. I still listen to those same playlists and smile. I listen to the music and my hair stands up. Like I still get stank faced. I still like all those things. I'm obsessed with it. I like the reworking of the bars. I like writing a verse, having to take something out, putting it in, making it more digestible, writing it to the point where, you know, if you're going to perform it, where your breathing control is going to be, where you can have somebody have ad libs, where you can like hype up the crowd, where you can actually be seamless, where you're saying like how I perform. It doesn't look like I'm trying really hard
at all.
It looks like I'm having a conversation, and that's how I write, where it's like, okay, here's where I'm going to take a breath. Here's where I'm going to plug something. Here's when I'm going to say hands up. Here's when I'm going to do all that. And you write like that, so it's digestible. And right now it's not about, last year was about expanding. This year's about branding. You know what I'm saying? So like, sorry, bars on bars.
All day, yeah.
Last year was about expanding. This year's about branding. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can we put together a project that's digestible and followable? Whether that be, now I have a social media presence. Now the music, do I put out more music? Like, how are we going to now say, this is who Tetris is. This is a package. And now I want you to give it to your people for Christmas. So like, the writing is the key component here. It's the most important thing. I don't care. Like I've been in the studio. I don't drink in the studio. I don't smoke in the studio. I'm not late. I'm there to work because you know what? Every single bar means it's like a chance for me to like invite you into my existence, invite you into my life. Like this is, if there's never been anything more important, that needs to be taken at the most seriousness. So like when I hear people like, oh man, I haven't written in a couple of weeks, I'm like, fuck you doing? Like,
right.
You're a rapper that hasn't, like any other profession.
Right.
Any other profession. If you are a bodybuilder and you don't go to the gym for months.
Right.
Are you a bodybuilder?
Right. You're not. Right.
You're not. So that's like the utmost importance to me. And I think that's why like a lot of the MCs in the culture, a lot of the older rappers here in Miami have like given me so much love because they're like, oh no, you want it. You want it. And I tell Beatwave that I was like, I asked him, I said, humbly, I said, look, man, you've done so much in your career. What I need from you is an opportunity. I just need you to say, like, I'm not trying to steal your time or waste it. What I need is guidance. What I need is insight. What I need for you is to not tell me something's dope or it's getting better. I don't want better. I want best. So like, if you're telling me it's an incremental step, then it's not ready. Right? Like I'm not putting something out that's not going to be, oh, this person's next. Right? Like I'm shooting 100% for the stars. And that's what Beatway was like, oh no, like you're super serious. And I was like, this is not fun. This is not, yes, it's fun, but I'm not doing this as a hobby. Like I want to be great. I don't have any other gray area at that. Like Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you last. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Like,
and that's facts.
First, yes, you feel me?
That's
like,
facts.
You feel me? So like, I love this shit. So I'm gonna keep going and keep chipping away at this iceberg until, you know, by the way, there was enough space for Jack on the board. Can we just agree to that?
Yeah,
like, can we agree that there was enough?
110%.
Like
you could have made a damn treehouse out of that shit.
For
like,
sure. That's why I have trust issues.
Right.
Because like there was enough space on that board.
She tried to acquire balance once. She was
Yeah.
like, nah, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Say no more.
We tried. We give it the old college try.
Yes. Did we just become friends?
Oh my God.
Yeah, God. Man. So like, yeah, I didn't want to like go too deep and super dark and passionate there, but it's, I cannot stress like how much this is like an obsession, and it's it's to the point where like I understand where my relationships are gonna suffer. I understand that things are gonna like have to be sacrificed, but this is exactly where I think I should be. I think like this was what God's plan type shit. So like if this does not work, there's no if it doesn't work, because it is. So like,
ladies and gentlemen, the man is motivational. The man is comedic. The man is inspirational. Can we please give it up for our illustrious guest, King Tetrus, today? King, thank you so much.
Blessings, bro.
Brother, thank you so much for dropping on by today. You know what I'm saying? Also, a big shout out to our behind the scenes camera woman extraordinaire. Katia, you know what I'm saying? Dropping in. She had bars herself today.
No,
you know
she definitely had bars.
100%. Before we wrap up, I always like to wrap up the episode with one last final question. And I think I know what it is. King, having done a project in which you had no scrapped songs, which is honestly the first time I've heard of that. Most artists that come through, you know, they'll boast about, we got 15 tracks, but we got fucking 200 down the, you know, whatever. Talk to me about your selection process. You have such a stringent and a demanding bar that you expect to hit and to surpass. What's your process like when you're looking at a track that you finished and be like, you know what? Yeah, that made the cut.
I'm one of my favorite quotes. It's like, if you have to, like, when you have to hook up with a chick, right? If it takes you 4 rounds to have one good one, you don't know what you're doing. Like, you're not reading her. You're not really in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's sending the text the next morning to her friends. Like, he doesn't count on my list. Like, he's not like what I'm looking for.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she may still text you, but you're out in her phone, like dinner for free type shit. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't lying.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Facts. Like, facts.
Shit.
So the way that I looked at it, Out of Tokens, by the way, in a humble brag, we just hit 300,000 streams on the album on iTunes, syndicated all over the different worlds. We got shit. One of the songs is about to be in Sephora. We just moving off of like a couple different joints. You know what I'm saying? And I think like my selection process was like, you know what? I like boom bap, so I'm gonna get you some boom bap. So Timeless is like the one that everybody loves right now, and that's heavy boom bap, heavy in your face or whatever. And I mean, it's like lined you up Adidas stripes. You get like straight out the gate, no 4-bar setups. I'm giving you punches.
That 90s boom bap, baby, that's the golden era, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
So like, if you had questions, it was like, if you have questions, if I can rap, we'll just start out the gate. That's fine. Like, that's fine. Like, if that's what you want, like, that's cool.
Oh, we gonna answer some questions today.
You know, if you were questioning charisma, we got that too. Like, if you want bars, we barking. Like, what do we want? Like, what do I want out of an album? Like, when I listen to these albums, I'm like, yo, I want to hear some conscious shit. So we have Black Boy Joy on the album. That's like super conscious. And then I want to hear some funny like love story songs. And then that's where Love is Love comes in, and that's kind of like a funny Miami story about like dating and the girls from Pinecrest, and she struggles and drives a BMW. Like,
oh my God,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
we all know the kind.
Like, you all know the kind. That's why like any person who hears it, like, this is fucking hilarious. Right?
A lot of the characters that you mentioned, I'm like, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah,
that's why I say like, people are like, oh, you don't sound like you're from Miami, but like if you listen to me, I paint the picture of the real Miami. 100%. Right? Because 90% of people aren't selling drugs. Out here on the corner, right? No. But they can understand like, oh, the girl who's at Pinecrest who drives a BMW, but like says bro and my guy every single 5 seconds. You know
and can't really afford the BMW.
Yeah, I can't really do it. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is the deal. So my beat selection was just, I wanted you to be able to press play. Cause like, I remember growing up, like buying a CD was an event.
Yes.
Like that was a thing. Like you had CDs were like $25. Like that was
Shout out Specs.
Shout out Specs.
Yes.
Like I used to go to them because I remember like going to the mall and Specs used to be right next to ice cream, and I would be like, all right.
Swenson's.
Facts.
I know my ice cream.
Facts. So I'd be like, bruh, like what am I going to be able to swindle? Am I going to be able to get my mom, who told me not to touch anything or like ask for anything? Can I get ice cream? Is that like a better shoot? Or can I like shoot for like going to the sale section of specs or anything like that and being like, I want a CD.
Right.
It was an event. So like you didn't skip. You took the book out. You read about the artist. You learned the lyrics. You pressed play and you sat there because you can't jump around. The CD's gonna skip. You literally have to sit there and listen to what the person has to say.
Bro, and if the booklet still had the lyrics of all the songs,
that was even better.
That's the best part.
That was the best part.
part.
That was the best part.
Oh.
So I just said I want you to press play, and like when I look at my analytics of like how people listen to the album, there's not one song that's more than the other.
Wow.
So like people literally are just being like, oh, that was cool. That was cool. Oh, that's dope. Like that's literally,
bro. And that's how an album's supposed to be listened to. You know, a whole journey.
Right. So like when I picked the beats for it, it was like, all right, is this gonna slap? Like, what is this? Where am I at listening to this song? Right. What's the imagery behind it? Like, you want to make this as cinematic as possible. So like, it's just not. There's not a lot of filler on the album. There's not a lot of like BS I'm talking about. It's just like, all right, I want you. Music's supposed to make you feel something, right? And one of my favorite new lyrics is like, music is supposed to make you feel something. I mean, I'm nice, but it means nothing. Like, I mean, I'm nice. Nice.
Yes.
Right. And that's like my whole goal. So when I play stuff for producers, like my buddy Mighty Healthy. Shout out to Mighty Healthy.
Big shout out.
Citation Sounds, aka Chef Drash. Shout out to King Carlos. Shout out to Backpack Beats.
Big shout out.
Those people, homie Chris Dean, who does stuff for like Beatwave or whatever. I told them for this album, I want unapologetic. I want angry. I want unorthodox. I don't want people to be like, oh, this person sounds like this. All right. Because on the first album, people are like, oh, this kind of sounds like Childish. This person sounds like Kanye. This kind of sounds like a little bit of Jay-Z, a little bit of that. And I'm like, no. I need people to press play and understand that like it's an emotional connection to whatever I'm saying. Whatever I'm saying immediately. So like we got all these producers giving me the most unorthodox sounds and samples, and it's like a little bit of rock, a little bit of reggae, a little bit of hip hop. So it's like I don't want anything. If it can't be for me, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think like whatever my spot is going to be in this game, it's going to be for me. So like, if I hear it and it doesn't immediately get stank, if it doesn't immediately give me goosebumps, if like I don't immediately start mumbling, right? Like the homie Mighty Healthy sent me a song called God Is On My Side. It's like a sample, but it's angry. Right? And I was like, oh yeah, it took me 10 minutes to like pin the first shell of it. And then I went back in and fixed it. I was like, oh, this is what we're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's not done with passion, I don't want it. If it's not done, like I do everything all gas, no brakes. So like if I have to kiss a girl and I don't feel it, it's not for me. If I have to do something at work and it doesn't make me happy, then it's not for me. In my personal life, if it's not for me, it's not for me. But whatever is for me, it can't be for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And so like
facts.
That's how I pick my beats. That's how I pick what I want to work on. Like people send me features and I'm like, this is not really my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I can acknowledge you can rap and I fuck with the movement, but like this isn't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like if I have to force it, I don't want it. So
right.
That's I think the number one thing is like, oh, well, I want this person. I want this to like me and Beatwave argue about this. I dropped a song or I made a song called PB and C.
Okay.
It's not out yet, but it's coming. It's like inside is peanut butter, but outside is cocaine. Right? Okay. On some Miami shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And he was like, I want you to slow down. Like he has to like a track star, like slow your shit down. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I like slowed down and I was like, this doesn't sound like me. Like this, like everybody in the studio is like, oh my God, this is the greatest shit you've ever done. I play it for people. Like this is the most fire shit ever. And I'm like, is it though? Like, I don't know if this is me. Like, I don't know if this is me. And him and I have like a consistent tug of war, but as you do with most coaches, like,
of course.
My parents said, if your coach is silent, he doesn't give a fuck about you.
Facts.
Shout out Danny Chavez.
Shout out Danny Chavez, bro.
Because that man ain't never silent.
Bro, that man's the last thing but a silent coach, bro. I'll tell you that, bro.
Yeah. So that's what it is. But that it just needs to evoke emotion.
Dang.
That's it. So that's if that's what it is, like if that's what I want to put out into the world, then the music needs to be a reflection of that. And like you are a reflection. Your music should be a reflection of your surroundings and yourself.
Right.
And that's where like the consistency and authenticity come around.
Oh,
right?
that's
like
facts.
my mom's like, be consistently persistent. Like consistently just be persistent and relentless. So that's just my approach every single day. So I'm either the most intense person on the planet or like the most laughing, joking person on the planet, as you've seen in the spectrum of an hour plus.
Exactly. God, can we please one more time give it up for our amazing guest, King Tetrus?
Also, shout out to y'all. I mean, like, I've watched a ton of episodes. What you're doing for the local culture and branding and giving people a voice to showcase themselves, man, there's a special place in heaven for all of you, for real.
I appreciate that, for real.
The viewers don't know that. Peace and blessings, yo.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you for real, bro.
Disney, cut the check.
Hey, cut the check, bro. Hey, these Disney execs, bro, they playing out here, bro. For real. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Every single week, what are you doing? Every Thursday at midnight, you go on YouTube. You go on, you know what I'm saying? You go on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. You go on Deezer. You go on iHeartRadio, bro. You go on all that good stuff. But more than anything, you go on YouTube. Look at that camera. Look at those angles. Look at those angles. You want to see his man's face? Go on YouTube. He looks pretty.
I look pretty, guys.
He looks pretty. You got Katya looking pretty as well. You know what I'm saying? We got the lighting. It's the whole shebang. Check out the YouTube. Hit that subscribe. Hit the subscribe, please.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Subscribe to the vibes and join the tribe. Gang.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to cut that snippet and I'm going to use it every damn episode. Golly. Disney executives, you got to be up to date. You know what I'm saying? You got to check out, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going to be in Disney Plus in no time. Yeah, honestly.
Get yourself some pechuga de pollo, because that's the right way you say it.
There you go.
Very
there
nice.
There you go. That's how you know it was a lesson learned, because he knows the actual term.
He has a tattoo on his bicep.
What was it? PCP? Gang. God. Every Thursday at midnight, you know what it is.
Check. Peace, blessings, and all the above. King Tetris. Check.
And it don't matter what the world thinks. You can say how you feel on midnight in Miami. When you can push it to the limit.